And we are live. Now, I wonder what's going to go technically wrong, because something always goes technically wrong at the beginning of these streams. So, welcome everyone. We are playing Port Royale 4, and I am here with one of the developers, a lovely man by the name of Moritz. Hi, Moritz.
Hello. Well, I already messed up. I had the stream playing at the same time, so I hit your introduction double. Nice guy.
So, do you want to tell everybody what you do over there?
Sure.
In development land?
Well, technically, I'm not really in development land. So I'm the publishing producer. So you see, as for most games, Port Royale is developed by a studio called Gaming Mind Studios. And then there's the publisher, the parent company, which is Calypso Media. And I'm the guy at Calypso Media coordinating everything. And for this project, I'm also the guy always discussing with the design lead from Gaming Minds to decide where we want to take our game. So I'm also rather deep into the design, which is not always the case for a producer, but in my case, I love my games. I'm very excited about them, and I really want to talk design with the people. So
there you go, guys. We've gone straight to the top. We've got the producer with us. Oh, yeah. And also, of course, last but certainly not least, Picture Perfect.
Hey, guys. Hope you're all doing well.
I'm sure they're all doing fantastic now you're here. So they know they don't have to listen to me, like for the whole however many hours we're going to do. So, Port Royale 4. The latest in the extremely successful franchise, Port Royale, and I have been holding off on playing this, and I cannot wait to get into this and play it for reals, man. It's one of Picture's favourite sayings. For reals, man. So yeah, I have played through all the tutorials, and the tutorials take, I don't know, hour and a half or something to get through. It's a very good tutorial, I have to say. The tutorials take you through the mechanics of the game very succinctly, and they don't. It's not like, oh, click on this particular pixel and then click on that particular pixel, like certain other games that I could mention. But it doesn't mess you around, doesn't make you do whole loads of things. There isn't a whole load of chat. It gets through it really quickly. But I tell you what, man, there is a lot to take in. So I did that, had a little play around, right, just so that I was kind of, yeah, I know what I'm doing. But I am itching to get into this, because for any of you who don't know, who've turned up and are like, Port Royale? What's Port Royale? This is, the best description, I think, would be a trading simulator. This is a strategy/tycoon game set in the Caribbean in the 17th century, at the height of the pirates and the Spanish and the English and the Dutch and the French all fighting over the Caribbean. And it's, from the little bit that I've allowed myself to get hold of, it's bloomin' awesome. So I want to jump straight in and play. Now, Moritz, you wanted me to play a hardcore game, didn't you?
Well, the thing is, I'm quite familiar with the game already. I'm obviously not a noob anymore after all of these months or years of development. So, and I'm also a veteran of the series, so I really like the old school approach from the initial parts of the series, like Patrician 2, for example, or Port Royale 2, where it was really you had to sit down and write down the prices for goods. There was nothing easy there. You had to work hard to earn your money, or even harder than you have now.
Well,
default settings.
We're definitely playing it on an easier mode, but because you're here, you can talk to us about what are the differences between the mode that we're going to play, which is kind of the normal mode, and when you switch to hardcore, how much harder it gets. So we're jumping in. We are going to play. There are 4 nations or 4 factions that you can play as. You can play as the Netherlands, the Dutch. You can play as England. Ah, mighty England. Rule Britannia, 3 monkeys up a stick. And then you've got picture. You can't possibly know that dirty little rhyme.
I
Posh,
don't know
a
it.
posh
It just
girl
sounds
like you.
ridiculous.
Oh, all right then. I'm so glad. France. Yes, let's face it, they're kind of rubbish. And then Spain with their mighty galleons, and back to the Netherlands. So those are the 4 factions. We are going to play as the Netherlands. Now, each of the nations plays differently, right? So, for example, the Netherlands are very focused on trading. The English, faster work in the shipyards. They're very good with the ships. Reduce construction costs for military ships and ships of the line. The French, masters of architecture in the colonies. Yeah, that's it. Rubbish sailors, but pretty good on the architecture. Just go to Paris. You'll see. Spain just want expansion. They get faster increase of workers and citizens in their towns, higher base satisfaction of citizens. Basically, people really like being Spanish. And it's because they can say things like, "Las iguanas." Isn't that right? Picture.
Yeah.
Right, so, like I said, we're going to play as the Netherlands. So, continue. Right, now, as well as playing a faction, you can also choose a character to play as. Oh, yeah. And we've got the Adventurer. Now, the Adventurer, experience of captains increases 20% faster, is able to order vessels which he has defeated in battle, but 20% weaker in boarding fights. The Merchant doesn't... Now, I tell you what, I got to say, the Merchant is pretty awesome. Doesn't require trading licenses. And that saves you, correct me if I'm wrong, Moritz, like 10,000 gold apiece for trading licenses?
That's actually a scaling amount. It
is scaling. Oh, okay.
Much more expensive later on.
Oh, so it's even better than I thought. Is able to trade with all nations, even when they're at war, which is a real advantage. But combat vessels cost twice as many fame points. And by the way, Moritz, that should be many, not much. Take my word for it.
Twice as many fame points.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just say that I'll write it down and then we'll see.
Yeah.
The
Then you've also got the Buccaneer. I'll let you read this stuff. There's the Buccaneer. He likes like if he's an English Buccaneer, he likes fighting the French and the Spanish and basically nicking all their stuff while they're not looking. And then you've got the Piratess. Ho 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 ho! I tell you what, this reminds me of Black Sails. I think you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so you can play as a pirate. We are going to go, I think, because we're playing the Dutch. So I think we're going to go with the Merchant, and we're going to focus on the training. We will try and throw in a little bit of combat, but really, what sets me alight about this game is the trading, because I love trading games. So, we are going to go now. You can change your flag color, and you can have different icons and stuff. I think we're going to go with a bit of crossed swords, and it's going to be Captain Sky. Ha ha ha! Oh yes! Come aboard, ye landlubbers! Come sail on an adventure with Captain Sky. Ah, we're going to set the seas red. Oh yeah! Right, so let's get in now. You can, I tell you what, when I got into here, I was kind of expecting when I clicked on that the game would just start and you'd be, oh no, you can totally configure how the map is set up. Now, the map itself, obviously, this is the Caribbean, so the map doesn't change, but you can totally change the distribution of the 4 nations, how big you start or how small you start, like all kinds of stuff. You can even change your hometown. So, for example, our hometown is Crooked Island up there. Now, this is chosen at random. Actually, is it chosen at random, Moritz? Or does it always start on the same one? I think it did start on that last time. But let's say, for example, that you got, you were over here in Trinidad. It doesn't put you at the centre of your nation. So you might say, you know what, I'm going to make things a little bit easier. And maybe centre myself. Nassau's kind of out of it. Tortuga is the one that I'm looking for. Tortuga. The pirate captain's secret retreat. Tortuga. Tortuga's pretty good. It kind of puts you in like pretty much the centre, and you've got this very dense area down here. It also means you're kind of on this through route to get down here. We've got the red is Spain down here, and then we've got France up here, and then we've got the English over there. But you can play around with this, so you can have different distributions of which towns belong to which nations and whatever, right? So you can decide, oh, I'm going to be down here for this game, or you can say, oh, well, I'll be up in the Gulf, and play from there because it'll be more difficult. You can take your pick. We are going to go with I think we'll go with the that one makes England a little bit bigger. I'm kind of tempted to go with that one, and then we'll go with not Nassau. I want to go to Tortuga, don't I? Yeah, Tortuga's there. Right. You can change your starting funds. You can change what kind of task list you get. So if you're very military focused and you want to have lots of battles and whatever, then you could change this to military. Or if you wanted, I'm not really interested in the battling side. I just want to play it as a pure economic simulation. Then go for the economic tasks. We're going to play with mixed resources. We'll stay with an even distribution. Discovering towns. What do you think, Moritz? Should we have that on or off?
I think you should have it on.
Good.
Personally, I hate it because once you play this game for a few,
you always know where they
already,
are.
Exactly, and it gets really annoying just having to rediscover them.
All right, we'll do it
for first playthrough.
We'll do it. So, your nation, we're going to stick with regular, and the level of difficulty, we're going to stick with regular. Now, I'm going to play on regular. There is difficult, and then there's what Moritz was talking about earlier, hardcore, and that is seriously, like, you're going to be sitting there either with an Excel spreadsheet or a very large notepad and pen, like jotting all kinds of prices and goods and stuff down and calculating your profits and all the rest of it. Right, that's it. We're going to start. Let's jump in. Set sail, me hearties. Fun and adventure on the high seas. All right, so we start off with a little convoy here, which consists currently of just one vessel. A schooner. We are in port at Tortuga. Now, if I click on Tortuga, we can get information about Tortuga, telling us things like the number of inhabitants, the number of workers, the living space utilization, because all of this stuff matters. There is tremendous depth to this game. How many people are actually looking for work, the resources that can be produced here. If we just pop over to the production tab for a second, these are the resources that exist around this town. So they can produce wood, they can produce metal, they can produce bricks, and each town can produce up to 7 different resources. So yeah, and well, can you do that yourself? Like, can you produce resources? Oh yes, you can. It's not just about sailing around the blooming Caribbean with a parrot on your shoulder. Oh no, no. If I zoom in, you can zoom right into the town. You can move the camera around, but I'm going to keep it like pretty steady. And you can create. It's all hex based. But you can create plantations and like logging areas and mines and all kinds of stuff. And there's all kinds of bonuses. It's kind of a bit kind of a bit Civ 5-ish from that respect. Because, for example, down here, this is telling us that we would get a bonus here from putting a market in, because there's a tavern nearby and people like to go to the market and then go for a drink afterwards, right? So there are various synergies between different things. Like, for example, if you've got an industry like weaving, weavers, they don't like to walk too far to work. So they like to be next to a residential area, right? But they also don't want to have to go too far to bring in their resources. So they like to be next to somewhere that's actually producing a textile like cotton. Okay, so if I had cotton over here and I had a residential area over here, which I have, and I put a weaver in the middle, it would show me the bonuses, and now I get bonuses to my production. Oh yeah. Right. We are going to jump into port. Now, there's two ways you can jump in. You can jump straight into the town menu with a left click. Or if you just want to trade, which is this menu, you can actually right click and oh, if I'm zoomed out a little. You have to be, there are two views. If I'm zoomed out to about this level. And now hang on a second. Am I not in port? Oh, I wasn't in port, that's why. Let's go into port. Oops, my bad. Let's go into port, then right click, and we can start trading. Now, this bar over here tells you the supply and demand. So green bars are supply. Well, it's the supply really. So this is telling you how much supply there is. So over here we've got 2 bars. So that's pretty good supply. Over here it tells you the actual production and consumption. And then over here it tells you how much they've got in the town. So there's a bit of math to be done here, figuring out, well, okay, how long is what they've got gonna last them, depending on whether they produce it or not. So for example, like over here, they've got 51 and they're consuming 2 a day. So that's going to start trickling down. So they've only got about like 25 days worth, unless of course somebody brings them some. Whereas logs, they're only consuming 1 a day. They're producing 24. So they're always going to have an abundance of logs, right? So you're never going to come here and sell them logs. So on that basis, let's have a look at the price. So if I click on here, we can see that the price of logs is 43 here, which is pretty low. And if I slide this bar up, you can see that at that level, I've bought enough that the abundance goes down by 1. And you can see as the abundance goes down, the price starts to rise. You see the price goes up from 43 to 46. And at that level, the price suddenly starts to increase dramatically because you're creating a shortage. Okay, so on this particular occasion, now, Morris, before I start buying stuff, I have a question for you. Do you think it's better to buy like a selection of goods and then go and shop them around opportunistically? Or do you think it's a better idea to say, okay, I'm in Tortuga, I'm going to be going to, say, Isabella next. Let's take a look and see what they don't have any of, and then try and do, like, big, single, like, 1 or 2 products.
I actually think you should go for a collection. And for the goods that show you at least 2 green bars is usually the way to go.
Yep.
And so that filling level is actually one of those things you wouldn't have in the hardcore mode. So there you wouldn't know which one of those goods would be a good deal for you.
So this whole filling level disappears when you play hardcore mode. Oh my god, okay. Because this makes it pretty easy to figure out like what you want to do. Okay. In that case, let's have a little look. You know what? Let's see. So we're in Tortuga. We could go to Barracoa or Port-au-Prince, or we could go to Isabella. You know what? Let's have a quick look at Port-au-Prince and see what they want down there. So they're out of wheat, beer, rum, metal, coal, tobacco. They're out of. Okay, so let's have a look at Tortuga and see what we've got that they might want. So, oh, we don't produce rum, that's a shame. Metal we do have, but it's only 1 bar. Metalware we do have, so that's probably a good one. We'll pick up some metalware. Now the price is 183. What I'm going to do is go up to the point where the price starts to go up. So I'm going to buy as much as I can, as cheaply as possible. So we'll take that. What else? What else can we grab?
Sky,
Yeah.
We have our first super chat, and I've also got a couple of game questions to ask you.
Really? Is it by any chance from Ralph Cock?
It is for Ralph Cock. How did you know?
I don't know. These things just come to me. I think I might be psychic picture.
You might just.
I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get buy some stuff while you're reading that out.
So Ralph Cock with €2 says, "Power to the Dutch," and I've got a couple of game questions. So Nick Rogie wants to know if the game is early access or if it's been released.
The game is going to be released on the 25th of this month. So you've only got 2 days to wait for the full game to be released. You guys must be pretty busy right now, Moritz.
Well, actually, the very last days before the release, in the ideal case, you're already done with everything. So
yeah, but that never happens.
Well, you know, we're still discussing getting ready for the actual release, but we're also testing the final build, which is almost the one you're playing here. The only change, if you see on the bottom right, it says version 0.1.0. Of course, it's not a release version.
Yeah,
that's the last little change we're doing.
But essentially, we're seeing what's going to be released in 2 days' time. Essentially, there might be like the tiniest tweak here and there, but essentially, we're seeing the real game, right?
Exactly. So it is actually only that version number on the bottom that we're still changing. There are not even any bugs reported yet that are serious enough that they would require another patch. So we're good to go.
Okay.
Quite happy.
Right, let's get on. Let's do some trading. So
I've got one more question for you.
Oh, go on.
Dragon Tagan wants to know what the gameplay difference is between the first Port Royale and this version.
Oh, now that's a question for Moritz. I tell you what, let's at least start the trading, and then Moritz can talk and answer that question. So bring that question up in a couple of minutes. But that's a very good question, and I want to go through that. So there isn't a whole lot of stuff. Tortuga's not a very big place. 1,260 inhabitants. There isn't a whole lot of abundant stuff. We're only carrying 56 of a possible 200. We're carrying bricks, metalware, and wood. Well, we're going to say goodbye to Tortuga, and we're going to go to... Was it Port-au-Prince, I said? Yeah, we're going to go to Port-au-Prince, I think. So... Oh, I lost my convoy. Click on my convoy. Now, I don't have to zoom in and click on the convoy. This tells you up here if you've got any free convoys, and you can just click on there to cycle through them. So we'll right-click on Port-au-Prince, and here comes the Smile and Wave convoy. I like that. Now, you may be going, yeah, you know what? That's a bit slow. Well, you can speed the game up. If you don't enjoy sailing around endlessly. All right, we are now in port. Let's go into Port-au-Prince and see what can we sell. So we were at 100,000. We started the game with 100,000. So let's see what we can sell. This over here tells us what we've got in the convoy. Yeah, we might be able to sell a few logs. Oh, we can actually sell all the logs. Make a bit. Good. Bricks. Let's see. Now, when I move this down again, you can see when the price starts to drop. Right? So I'm going to take it down. I'm going to take it down to maybe 31. Make a tiny bit. And what was the third product we had? Oh, the metalware. Now this, oh, if we can ditch this, we can get a pretty decent price for it. 295. I could sell a whole lot at 295. That brings me in 4K. Boom. Oh my goodness, we're making a profit already. And we've still got some stuff. So we're definitely making money on our first trade. Hooray! And there was much rejoicing. Oh my god. Hey, and Christoph said, of course, Sky has to go for the wood. This is the first game I think I've ever played where I don't have any problem getting wood. Stop giggling, picture. It's not funny. It's not funny when a man can't get wood. Let me tell you. Right. So let's see. What can we buy here now? Vegetables are. There's a few vegetables around. Anything really abundant? Yeah, got some cotton and some cloth. Yeah. What's this? Furniture. Ooh. Now these are quality goods. They tend to be higher priced, so we'll try and pick up some of this. Oh, hello. So we can go up to there. 8,000. Nice. High value goods. Always a good thing. We'll pick up some cloth. Oh, I can pick up a lot of this. Oh, they've got loads of it. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick up like maybe 75 of it. And then I'm also going to try and pick up some cotton. See now, even though it's on 2 bars, there's a big difference between like just on 2 bars and like a full 2 bars. And you can see as soon as I start to buy any of this, the price starts going up. So actually, I'm going to switch back and I'm just going to get some more cloth. So I can just fill up with cloth. Boom, we are full. Now we want to go somewhere, like ideally where we can unload this cloth. So I should have. See now, all I need to do is click on that, and that reselects my my convoy. Let's have a look. Here we've got to sail all the way around there to go to Santo Domingo. We'll check Tortuga. So if I just sailed back to Tortuga. Yeah, now they've got some cloth. I want somewhere, ideally, where they've got, like, no cloth at all. Let's have a look at Port Royale. Let's have a look. How's the cloth situation in Port Royale? Oh, nada. 252. Oh, I like it. I think we might have a bit of a sail down to Port Royale. Now, we'll just check like Santiago. Let's have a look. Because if it's closer, then obviously it's better for us profits-wise. So, where are we? Oh, they've got none. 256. Santiago might be a better place to go. Let's have a quick look at Baracoa. And what are we looking at? Cloth I'm looking at. 252, they've got some in stock. So yeah, I think we're going to head over to Santiago. Set sail, my bonny lads. Get yourself down to Santiago. Right, so I tell you what, we'll get down there. I'll sell this. So, Moritz, what's the difference between Port Royale 3 and Port Royale 4?
Well, so there are, of course, a lot of differences. But the main ones are definitely that what you're looking at right now. So that zoomless zooming into a town. This is something different. In Port Royale 3, whenever you wanted to go into a town to build buildings, to look at the actual town, you had to click on it. It was a 2D map. And now we got this gorgeous 3D map where you can just zoom in. You don't have any loading screens in between. So that is one of the most obvious and biggest changes.
And you really can zoom in.
Yeah. And you can also tilt the camera and get some really nice shots out there. So
oh yeah.
if you zoom in and then I think hold the middle mouse button. Yeah. One of the other much discussed changes are the sea battles. So we used to have real-time sea battles, and Port Royale 4 is now offering turn-based sea battles because we just felt for the core game, which is a trading simulation. It's all about long-term planning and making more money, doing smart decisions. It's not about doing quick decisions, right? It's all about strategic thinking. And we thought that those real-time battles we had before never really fitted that concept. That's why we switched now to those turn-based battles. And we had the community be very unhappy about that at first, but once we had the first people actually playing it, we got the first replies actually saying, maybe the turn-based battles are not even as bad as I thought. And I really hope that most of the community will agree with us who is here at release. Yeah, that's another one of our very big changes. Another
Cool.
change would be that you're now belonging to an actual nation. Before you were kind of a fifth nation, and now we kind of strengthened that belonging to a nation. So now we're actually part of Spain. The Viceroy was part of the Netherlands in our case. And then now the Viceroy of the Netherlands is always talking to you. It's not, and you're getting like more into this whole nation versus nation thinking. So we strengthened that part. And then of course there's a lot of different aspects like tech trees, the different personalities you can choose at the start of the game and so on. But those are the biggest changes.
So your question answered. Loads of changes and loads of improvements. I think certainly the map zooming is a big one. Right, so I've dumped all my cargo here, and now people are saying that I dumped too much cloth here. Yeah, I probably did, but you know what? It's fine. Now, because it's so abundant, though, if you make a mistake like that, then that was a mistake. I didn't mean to dump quite as much as that, because I was listening to Moritz, actually, because I find it interesting. I can actually buy some of this back, right? So I can say, oh, you know what? I could buy it up to, like whatever I want. So I could buy it up to, say, 112. There we go. I'll buy some of it back. Cool. So I've still got a bunch of stuff to sell, but I'm almost back to my starting cash, which is kind of nice. Now, what else do they have in abundance? Now, I could buy this down even further. I could buy this down to like 2 bars, but I want to try and make as much profit as I can. I might buy it down a little bit further, actually. I might buy it down. Let's see. If I bought it, see, the price just goes up so quickly, though. I might buy it at like a tiny bit more, but it once you get past that kind of sweet spot, the price drops so quickly. If they got anything else that's like particularly good, we might pick up some corn, maybe. Price is 51. Let's see. Oh, they've got a fair amount of this. So let's go. We'll just take it up to there, 93. And what else would be good? Oh, some meat. I've found meat is actually a pretty good product. There tends to be a reasonable amount of scarcity to it, but I can't actually pick that much up before the price starts going up. Oh, damn, that's a shame. But we will get some meat somewhere else, and it sells really well. Tobacco tends to be... I don't find that I can unload all that much. So I'll pick up maybe a little bit. So the price is 86. Okay, we can go up to, say, there. A little bit. Is there anything else that I could pick up? This is furniture. Let's pick up a little bit of furniture, I think. Now this is 351. Oh, hello. Oh, I can buy a full 14. So we're fully loaded again. Hurrah! Good news. Now, as well as shipping this stuff around to the towns, there's a lot more to do in this game. Now, up here, this is the Viceroy. And he is the Viceroy representing our nation in the Caribbean. And
I was just thinking about you.
Were you? That's eerie. He is going to tell us a lot about like what's going on in the area, and he's going to give us tasks. So down here, for example, from what I've heard, you could increase your cargo capacity further. Okay, then. Currently, the economy of our colonies is near and dear to me. As you may, so this is his wish. As you may have noticed, we have plenty of corn. However, in towns of Spain, there is a shortage. You would very much help our economy if you would sell 369, I'm guessing that's barrels of corn, to our friends by March the 6th. Now, it's January the 17th, and time's ticking on. I should really pause the game while I'm kind of talking away. Yeah, he wants us to sell 369 corn to the Spanish by March the 6th. And if we do that, we will gain favour with him, which results in, ultimately, concessions, which allow us to do things like build all kinds of businesses, like breweries and weaving mills and rum distilleries. Ha 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 ha, yes. The bloke from the southwest will be back saying, "Oi, oi, where's my rum? Where's my apple brandy?" Like a forge for metalworks and all kinds of stuff. And there are also buildings that that help you out, like the tool maker, right? Which just increases. It's not like you're actually manufacturing tools. Businesses close to the tool maker will get bonuses to their production. And then there's all kinds of other stuff like discounts on the construction of merchant vessels, royal subsidies, all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. And right up here at the top, if you're wondering what the hell this is, this row along here, this is captains. Now, it costs you a fame point to unlock a captain. And then for each subsequent captain, you need another fame point. So getting and spending your fame points wisely, key part of the game. Now, the Viceroy will also tell you about what your current fame is, what you've been doing, and you can apply to the Viceroy to become an administrator of various towns. Now, you start off as the administrator of your hometown. So over here in Tortuga, we could build stuff here if we wanted to. We could go into the production, no, not the production tab, we could go into the construction tab. And for example, we could build residential areas. So if I zoom out a little bit, there's not a lot of free area around here, to be honest. Let's see. What about a market? God, seriously, there really isn't a lot of room to do much. So we could build a market down here. All of this is basically occupied, but you have got a lot of buildable area. So, for example, these areas here would benefit from having a market there. And that's what these colours mean. So the dark green means that the advantages outweigh the disadvantages of putting this building in that location. Now, if I chose something different, like residential, it's okay. Yeah, it's fine. There's we could do with a brewery or a tavern in here. Yeah, sorry,
sorry,
a
Sky.
chapel. Sorry, go on.
Before you start placing anything,
Don't worry, I'm not going to place anything.
good. I would really like you to make more money before actually starting to build buildings, because of course you need the money in your bank account to purchase new wares, and there are occasions when people just spend all of their money and then they're wondering why they cannot make any more money because they don't have any money left to purchase new goods. So I would rather
this stuff
get
this
a lot of
stuff
money
is
first.
this stuff is not cheap, right? Building a residential area would cost me 32,000. Now, I'm actually down on my starting 100,000. You definitely want to build up a bit of a little trading empire first before you start getting into the building side of things. But I just wanted to kind of show off like what you can do. Now, let's get back to the trading. Now, you might be going, I tell you what, Sky, this seems like it's all a bit micromanagey doing all this kind of stuff. Well, you don't have to do this yourself. You can set up trade routes and have it done automatically. And we will do that. But for now, I've got to say, I love the start. I love the start of most games when you're just kind of building up and you want to micromanage at the start. Now, over here, anything with a star on the map is an opportunity. And let's have a look at what this opportunity is. Here, an old shellback is sitting and offers a piece of a treasure map which is up for sale. Oh, now, we could potentially sail over there and buy that from him from 5,000. And that would go into our journal. And once you've found the center section of the treasure map, you can go and sail off and complete the mission. And you will gain much fame and glory for having found the treasure. But for now, I don't think I'm going to do that because I want to start building the cache up at this point. Now there are various buildings. We've been so far dealing with the actual town itself. There are a couple of key buildings, one of which is the shipyard. Now, at the shipyard, you can repair, and you can also buy ships. Now, this particular town, the shipyard hasn't been developed, right? So we can't repair here. We can't buy any ships here. The other building is the lighthouse, and the lighthouse is where you kind of configure your vessels into convoys. So, for example, let's I'll show you when it happens, but let's say we bought a ship here, right? It's just going to sit in the harbour until we go over to the lighthouse, right, and say, okay, I want to move this vessel into this particular convoy. I think that explains it. Right, let's get on with this. So, Santiago, we've bought a bunch of stuff. We want to sell it. Now, I want to get down here and start finding the other towns that belong to other nations. So I think we're going to hop on down to Port Royale. So let's unpause the game and hop on down to Port Royale. Wow, good God, the speed of these ships! That thing's got at least 2 outboard motors on it. Did I say, by the way, that there are 60 towns to trade with? No less than 60 towns to trade with. And no less than 18 different historically authentic ships to sail around in. Oh, yeah. Right, what can we do? So, we might be able to unload a little bit of corn. And we can unload, let's see. So we had corn, the cloth. Oh, we might be able to unload some of this. Oh, yeah, we can ship the whole lot, 15,000. Boom. Oh, ho, ho, loving it. Tobacco, probably not too much. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. We can ship the whole lot. Boom. 106,000, nice. And the furniture. Ooh, let's see. Can we ship the furniture? We can. Ho ho! Boom, 115,000. How am I doing, Moritz?
Very good, actually. It really pays off to scroll to the bottom wares first and sell those, of course, because you got the highest margin of profit, potentially,
Definitely.
since they are more expensive.
Now, because we haven't discovered the other towns down here, I don't know what they're going to want. Now, we're going to have the English colonies down in that area, and then Spain's going to be all up here. Now, we want to go and sell some corn to the Spanish, don't we? I think. Was it corn? No, it was yeah, corn. We want to sell 369. It would be really nice to expand our fleet before we start doing that. And of course here we can't buy any ships. So I'm going to carry on sailing around. And I'm going to go down to Port Royale. Now Port Royale, this should be a little bit more developed. So maybe we can buy a ship down there. The question is, what do they want? Because we don't want to just sail down there. We want to actually sell some stuff. So let's have a look at Port Royale. They want, what do they want? They want fruit. They want veg. Let's look at the high-end stuff first. Yeah, they're kind of sort of good for most of that. Yeah, there's not going to be many opportunities in the export and craft. Okay, metal is a good one. Beer is a good one. Metal, beer, fruit and veg. So, let's see if we can pick any of that up. Now, obviously, this is a horrendous game for me to play because I've got the memory of a fruit fly. So, fruit, veg. Let's do the top end stuff. What did I say? Metal. Oh, there's none here. Metal, beer. There's no beer. So, fruit and veg, really. So, and there isn't a whole lot of fruit and veg here. So, that kind of sucks. In that case, I might pick up kind of a variety of goods then. So, am I not in... Oh, that's... Yeah. Oh, no. I was in Port Royale, bonehead. Go back to Port Royale. Oh, no, I don't. I right-clicked. I right-clicked on Port Royale by mistake. I meant... Bonehead. Okay, so apparently we sailed to Port Royale, so that was all irrelevant. Let's get in here and see what we can do. So I've got 74 corn, so I might at least be able to sell that and make a little bit. Oh man, not a lot. Can barely offset the costs of sailing down here, but it's okay. Where's all this abundance of grain that we're supposed to have? I'm not seeing it. But we do have some abundant stuff down here. Pastries. Let's grab some pastries. Oh, we'll go up to 334. 335. There we go. We'll grab, this is ceramics. We'll grab some ceramics up to just up to 118. What else? We'll grab some coffee. Oh, we can grab. Oh my God, we can grab loads of coffee. Oh, do I want that much coffee? I tell you what, let's just pick up, say, 50. I think it's much better if you kind of diversify. It's what I think. But then I'm an idiot, so don't listen to me. Seriously, don't listen to me. I am an idiot. I think that's what we'll go with. The Viceroy, he did so. Yeah, it is corn. He wants us to ship. Well, where's all the corn, Viceroy? You're saying you've got loads of corn. Where is it? We're going to sail down to the Spanish coast. So we're going to sail down here. I'm going to speed this up because it's quite a long way to go. Come on, get yourself down here. Now, you definitely want to sail along the coasts because you can find opportunities like that gold star that was up here. Oh, in the years 1595 and 1596, Sir Francis Drake suffers a series of defeats. In 1596, he conducts a series of attacks against Spanish colonies in the New World, but these fail. After trying to attack Panama by land on the Isthmus of Panama, he fell ill with dysentery and shit himself to death. I'm sorry, I know that's crude, but that's what happened. Don't blame me. Don't blame the messenger. He finally died on his ship off the coast of Portobello. He is dressed in his full armour and is buried at sea in a coffin containing lead. There you go. So, as well as having fun and playing a lovely, wonderful tycoon game, you can learn a few things. If you're that way inclined. Personally, I prefer ignorance. Ignorance is bliss as far as I'm concerned. Right, we are going to sail along the coast and try and find a Spanish town that we can trade with. And Moritz is probably sitting there giggling going, I know where the towns are. Here we go, Taylor. This is where you go if you want a suit. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Man. Alrighty, let's have a little look at what Taylor can buy and can offer. See, look, right now this is a Spanish town. Have I got it the wrong way round? No, he's saying we've got plenty of corn. In Spain, there's a shortage. No, there isn't, you lemon. They've got plenty of corn. Moritz, what's going on? Is the game playing with me?
It's the average across the nation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
okay.
got unlucky with that specific town, I would say.
Let's see what we can sell. So we'll go down here. Oh, lovely. I can ditch all of my cotton. Boom. And the coffee. No, I can't ditch all the coffee. I can ditch hardly any of the coffee. A little bit. And, we can ditch all the pastries. Lovely. And the ceramics. Oh, not all the ceramics. You know what? I'll go down to 190. Boom. So, 115. So we're about where we were, but we've still got some stuff, which is kind of nice. Right, so what can we buy? What have they got in abundance? Meat. Please have lots of meat. Now we'll take it up as far as we can go to 181. Boom. And we'll pick up some cloth as well. You know what? I'll fill the hold with it. Okay, so
I can give you some more background information here.
oh, please do. I'm going to have a look in the shipyard.
So basically, the goods are scaling from the top to the bottom. When your towns get bigger, more of the goods at the bottom will be required by the citizens. So if you're later in the game and you have bigger towns, you'll also be able to sell more of the more expensive stuff. So right now, if you would buy a lot of luxury goods, you might have a hard time selling them all at once or within a short time. But later on, if the towns get bigger, they will require more luxury goods, for example. So there's a really complicated calculation for all of that behind there that I'll never fully understood.
Yeah, so essentially, in the early days, when a town is very, very small, right, it's a primitive town. They don't want fancy stuff. They just want the basics. You know, they want corn and some vegetables to eat. They don't want fancy furniture and ceramics and whatever. They're not decorating their houses with Picassos. Oh no. But as the towns grow, they get more sophisticated and they want more expensive stuff. That's the deal. So it's a good idea to pay attention to like how big the cities are. And you can see this is I mean at the moment this is probably kind of a medium-sized place. If we go and have a look at Port Royale, which was is pretty much the capital of the Dutch area. I'm right in thinking this is pretty much the capital. That's where the Viceroy is, right? Yeah, and you can see this is a decent-sized population. We're at like 3,500. That's going to go up and up and up quite substantially. But for now, for the beginning of the game, that's quite a big place. But this is kind of medium-sized-ish kind of things. We should be able to handle some of this. So, now, Taylor, where you get your suits. I did it again. This has got a proper shipyard. So, if we want, we can repair our ship. Now, it tells you how long it takes. This is going to take a day, and it's going to cost us 81 gold. So you can see that we require very, very little in the way of repairs. So I'm not going to worry about it now. But Moritz, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you allow your ship to fall into disrepair, it affects your speed, doesn't it?
Oof, I actually don't know. Because that never happens to me, to be honest.
Really? Because in the certainly in the tutorials, it tells you that if you don't have the barnacles scraped off your hull every now and then, it's going to slow your ship down. So are you telling me the tutorial's lying?
No, I'm just, I'm telling you, I don't know. But I do have this huge design document here. I will certainly look it up for you if you give me about half an hour.
Please do.
Documented.
Yeah, you get
I'll
to
see
it
what
now.
I can find. Yeah, I'm on it.
All right. So I'm not going to bother repairing now because up to it, like, it's going to waste a whole day repairing, and we can let the repairs build up a bit before we need to spend like a whole day. So we're not going to do that right now. What are we going to do? Well, I think we're going to carry on sailing away, I think. So, did I just arrive, or have I already traded here? So I'm spending so much time like explaining what's going on. Yeah, I think I bought here, didn't I? Yeah, I just bought here. Right, so let's go sailing. Start the game, Sky, because not a lot happens if the game's not running. Have you noticed that picture in games?
I have. Yeah, funny, isn't it?
Yeah, like if you don't have the game running, virtually nothing happens. It can actually get quite boring. Is there anything? No, there's nothing. I was kind of expecting there to be like a town up there or something, but apparently there isn't. But we do have Belize City. Yes, go to Belize, please. And let's see what we've got in here. So, now if I click on the city, it does pause the game. So even if you run it on fast speed, you kind of don't have to worry about it, as long as you're actually in the town. So, oh, corn. Now, this is a place that we can sell corn to. But how much? Now, how big is the town? This is... Now, this is medium to small at this point. So, but we haven't got that much corn, so we can unload virtually all of it. Yeah, we'll unload that. What else have we got to unload? We've got the meat. Oh, we should get a decent price for the meat. Oh, can't unload all of it, but 302. Boom, 10 grand. Lovely. Now, that's not 10 grand profit, is it, Moritz? That's telling you you're selling that for 10,000, and it doesn't tell you how much profit you've actually made. You would have to work that out for yourself, right?
Exactly, but there are also a lot of statistics hidden somewhere, where you can check your monthly balance, for example. So, of course, besides just checking your account balance.
Now, is that in the... now, I know that you can see your balances on trade routes that you've set up, and we'll do that, and we'll take a look at that. But can you keep a track of just a convoy that you're taking around the way I'm doing it manually?
Not for a convoy manually, but for your whole company. You can do that, like a monthly report.
Okay. Okay, cool. Right, let's see. What can I ditch a bit of the cloth, maybe? Oh, yeah, we can ditch a bit of it. Another 5,000, and can I get rid of the rest of the coffee? Nah. We'll sell a little bit. And ceramics. Any demand for ceramics? Oh, yes, we can get rid of the rest of the ceramics. Ho, 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 122,000. Loving it. What can I buy? Now, I tell you what, they have got cotton up the wazoo in Belize. Did you like that picture?
I did.
Cotton up the wazoo. Which, considering the outbreaks of dysentery, isn't a bad idea. Oh, yes. I'm on form tonight, and I've always cotton up the wazoo to counteract the Montezuma's revenge. Right, how much is... Oh, hello. We can pick up a fair amount of this. Oh, now, this could be good if we can unload it. I'm gonna take the gamble. I'm gonna buy 72 luxury items, apparently branded by Lloyd's Bank. That took you a second to get, didn't it, picture? You were like, what?
I was looking at the chat, and when I looked over, I was like, oh, yeah.
That's what he's on about. And I think we probably go with the rest with cotton. Yeah, I'm gonna go with cotton for the rest. So we've got a nice bunch of stuff now that we can trade around. Let's keep going. Now I'm actually I can sail into here. I'm gonna sail into here just to see if there's any little like X's around the place, but there aren't.
I've got a couple more questions for Moritz.
Oh, shoot.
So the first one was US MC Mike. He just wants to know if the game's going to support modding.
Well, not at release. Let me just say it like that.
There you go, Mike. There's your answer. Not at release. And always good to see you here, Mike.
The second one, and I can't pronounce this name, so I'm just going to shorten it to Moo, and I'm sorry. But they said, the weather looks really nice so far. Is there going to be bad weather to navigate around?
Oh, Moritz, shall I show them the storms?
Yes, please.
Oh, hang on a second.
While you're doing that, I can also tell you that there's, I think, 12 different settings for the weather, just for the mood and the lighting, and those are changing over the course of the game. And there will also be rain and storm getting displayed on top of what Sky will be showing you now.
So I'm just going to show you. If we go into the trade routes and I create a new trade route and I say edit this route, it actually shows you the wind patterns in the Caribbean. Okay, and you can see there are areas where the winds are very strong. Now you want to be going in this direction. If you're sailing, if you've got to set up a trade route and you're sailing against the wind, you're going to be moving very, very slowly, right? Almost as slowly as if you go through an area which is like this, becalmed, where there's just no wind and you'll move very, very, very slowly. And of course, time spent moving slowly, time is money, you know? And then you've got these areas. These are the storm areas. So, you want to be like in an ideal world, you want to be in kind of this kind of area. You want to be sailing in this kind of area. If you're sailing out here, you risk damaging your ships because of the weather. It can affect you very badly. But also, if you're sailing along these light blue areas, I didn't show you on the ships. They actually have a draft, which is how low in the water they sit, right? So if you've got a ship which is sailing with a low draft, right? So it's riding high in the water, then it'll be okay going through these shallow areas. But if you've got a ship that's like fully laden, big ship, fully laden, and it's riding way down in the water, then you can damage your ship running into reefs and hidden rocks and stuff. Isn't that right, Moritz?
Well, I'm actually not sure. I don't think your ships will get damaged, but you're much slower. That's the problem.
Okay. So it's purely speed. It doesn't affect your repair costs.
Yes, the repair costs
All
are just on the storm areas.
So the captains apparently are good enough that they can sail around all of the hidden reefs and everything, but it just takes them a long time to do it.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. Cool. I'm glad you cleared that up, because I thought from the tutorial I came away with the impression that that they would actually take increased damage while they were sailing through those areas. So thank you for that.
To be honest, I could be wrong here. The thing is, Port Royale has a lot of different and smaller mechanics.
Come on, dive into that 6,000 page manual that you've got. Find us the answers, damn it.
I'm actually still trying to find the one for the other topic we talked about before. The ship speed based on the HP of the ships.
Go for it. Right, so where were we? Oh yeah, so I was explaining. So those are I think I've covered all of the different effects. So for example, if I was setting up a trade route, and we will do this in a little while, you'd want to try and look for a route where you can take advantage of the prevailing winds. So for example, let's say you had a town up here, and maybe this town down here, and a town over here, and a town up here, then what you could do is you could sail down here with the wind, right? Maybe to a town down here, or come straight down to here. Then sail back up here. You're going kind of across the wind there, so you're not going to be as fast as going with the wind, but as soon as you turn this corner, you can be sailing down here with the wind, round here with the wind, up here with the wind, all the way around here with the wind. And that can be a very, very fast and effective trade route. What you want to avoid is, as much as possible, is sailing against the wind. But sometimes there's kind of no, there's kind of no, you got no choice, because like if you've got a trading area, say up here, then well, all the wind is blowing against you. So you have to bear that in mind. And you might say to yourself, you know what? I'm not going to bother to sail up here against the wind. I like, unless you've got some really good trading opportunities. You might say, you know what? I'm going to focus my trading, say in the Gulf area, where the prevailing winds create a really good opportunity for trading. And that's where we're headed. Oh yes, I'm not going over here for no reason. Quite right. All right, where the hell am I? I'm at Valladolid. Never heard of it. Have you heard of Valladolid? I've never heard of it. Have you ever heard of Valladolid?
No.
No.
I actually got some answers for you, at least for the same question.
Go.
They're only slowing down. They're not getting damaged in the shallow water.
Good.
But it does say they're getting slowed down extremely. So, sounds harsh.
It is. It is very harsh. Because if you're going to navigate all those little hidden reefs and stuff, it's definitely going to slow you down a lot. Right. So that is setting up trade routes. And now, I want to get out of this route. How do I get out of this route without setting it up? Because I actually don't know.
That's a good question. Usually I just hit random buttons and then it works somehow. So I couldn't really tell you.
I'm researching. Hang on, let's try. No, aha! Yes, escape works. There you go.
Yeah, that's the one I would have tried to. Actually, that wind mode is also applying when you're sailing manually. So if you hold the Alt key, it will show you the wind. And sometimes when you're in a battle situation or you want to escape from enemies, then it actually comes into play. Especially if you got smaller ships and then you need to decide where to go and potentially get away from the bigger ships that are bad in sailing around islands, for example.
Awesome. Right, so I was selling, wasn't I? I was selling. Let's sell this meat. Oh, we get a great price. I've got to say, meat. I think meat's one of the best blooming trading things. There seem to be a lot of places that are either abundant or have got none. Don't know, maybe it's me, but it seems to work nicely. Rum. I've also made a bit of a profit with rum before now. Our coal, we're probably going to buy some coal maybe, but we might, I was going to say we might be able to ditch a little bit of this, but it's hardly worth, almost not worth it at all, and it's definitely not worth unloading the cloth. What about a little bit of the coffee? No. Now, luxury goods? No luxury goods. So this place is kind of a little bit rubbish. So we'll just buy some coal from them, I think. What else is abundant? Yeah, maybe some logs. Nah, I think we'll go with coal. So, yeah, we're going to have to do multiples. So we can pick up 14 coal, and then we'll try some logs. Oh, we can fill it with logs. All right, sweet. Okay, so let's head up the coast. Oh, take it off pause, Sky. Nothing happens when it's on pause, you lemon. Go this way, because I want to go along the coast. I want to see if there's any hidden things. Oh, Seville. the beer. Las Iguanas. There's see this blue building? That's Las Iguanas. They got really nice food there. Their enchiladas are fabulous. Right. That's strange. I'm having way too much fun with this game. Can we ditch any log? We might be able to ditch a few logs. Oh, we could ditch them all. Lovely. That was a nice profit. And oh, the coal. Oh no. No, no point ditching the coal. There's going to be no point with those either. But we might be able to ditch a bit of coffee. No. No. What about luxury? Come on. You must want a few luxuries, surely. Oh, I tell you what, the price is nice. I'm going to go with 649. It's only 5, but it's decent cash. Okay. What have they got in abundance that I would like to pick up? And the answer is not a whole hell of a lot, to be honest. Oh, you know what? Let's see. Can we pick up a bit of rum? Oh, yes, we can. 22 rum. Boom. That'll do. Right. Now, at this point in the game, really all we're trying to do is make a bit of profit while we're exploring. Or at least that's what I'm trying to do. What do you think, Moritz?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, because you need to know all of the towns anyways to set up your most profitable trading routes later on, once you buy more ships.
Exactly what I thought. Hey guys, I'm not a complete lemon, apparently. And that's coming from the game's producer. I mean, obviously, I'll completely mess things up later on, but now why aren't you... Come on, move. Here we go. Let's get into port. Sisal, which is that's like a textile. The name of a textile, Sisal, isn't it? Picture. Well, I'm asking you. You've got no clue.
No idea.
You're not an interior decorator. How the hell would you know? In fact, how the hell do I know?
I have no idea.
But apparently I do. Let me see. Oh no, that was what I was going to be buying. Let's get rid of this stuff. Oh, see, rum. Yes, we can ditch all of the rum. Make a very nice profit on that. And the coal, nah, coal, not worth it. Cotton, can we shift? No, not really. Cloth. Oh, we can move a little bit of cloth. Let's go down to like 251. And a bit of coffee, maybe? No. Yeah, I'm going to sell them one, just to move it. And then, luxuries. Please let me sell you some luxuries. No. Oh, yeah, you know what? We can sell them one. Wait, what's our average on that? See, like, even though I'm only selling one, I'm still making, like, 250 profit, which is pretty nice. Thank you very much. What have they got in abundance? Well, they have got absolutely tons of clothing. Told you, Sisal, textiles. What else have they got in abundance? Yeah, not all that much, to be honest. Bit of metal, a few logs. They've got a decent amount of tobacco. But, yeah, this is going to be the best price. So, we are just going to stock up. And I tell you what, this is going to sell well. We're going to make some money here. We will... let's see. The price does jump up quite quickly. Do I want to go that high? In general terms, Moritz, tell me if I'm wrong. In general terms, buying it down to 2 bars will still result in me making like a pretty decent profit in other places, right?
Exactly. So basically, usually when I'm playing it, once it starts to just become 1 bar, I stop buying, and I sell also once up until 1 bar.
Got you.
So basically, I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to touch the one bar from either side, and then I'm making good profit, especially on this default difficulty here.
Okay, so I'm going to take that, and we will move on. We bid farewell to Seisel and head on down the coast. Oh, and we've discovered Campeche. I wonder if there's a Las Iguanas here. What do you think, Picture?
I know, sounds promising.
All right, there's a lot of places in town. I think there might be a Las Iguanas. Right, what do I want to do? I want to trade with them. So let's have a look. So we are now up to 100,000 with a full cargo. So if we can sell this stuff and make a decent profit, we're starting to get there. I tell you what I didn't do in the last couple of ports was actually go into the shipyard and check if they got any ships for sale. Should have done that. Idiot.
Actually, for at the beginning of the game, you only find shipyards that are big enough for ships in the towns of the Viceroys.
Ah, okay. Good piece of knowledge. So, now they've got no luxury items. We might be able to move some of this stuff. Oh, yeah, we can shift a few of these. Let's take it down. Now, I could sell it sell it kind of up to 2 bars, but I want max profit out of this. So I'm just going to sell it down to 605. 12 grand. Boom. Loving it. And we can ditch the clothes. Oh, some of them. Just a few. Alright. What else can we ditch? We definitely can't ditch the coffee. Or the cotton. But we can ditch the coal. All of it. Boom. Alright, sweet. Now, what have they got lots of? Furniture and ceramics. We could pick up a little bit of those. We could pick up more of this. Mike Hillman says he's a new channel member. Mike, you're not a new channel member. You can't be... Mike has been a Patreon supporter like forever. I think Mike was the first Bonehead, which is the top tier Patreon support. But are you actually a new channel member? I don't believe that. Let us know. Let us know, Mike. Some of you will know him under his pseudonym of Honkelbriff. And no, I'm not going to explain what that means. Not on this account. I've explained it millions of times. I know I could pick up maybe a little bit of grain or something. It's not going to be huge profits. But... yeah, go on. I'll pick up a little bit of grain. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy, Sky. Right, let's keep going. Oh, now I was going to have a look in the... well, you said there won't be shipyards there yet. Oh, I can't wait to expand my fleet.
Actually, you don't need to be in the town with the convoy to buy the ships. You can just go to the town of your Viceroy right now. And
oh, really? So, for example, now where was the... so I can go to mine. Now, does it have the crown over the... like the Spanish Viceroy town?
Yes, you haven't.
So
you didn't find it yet.
So when I find it, I can also go there.
You can also, I mean, on the minimap, you see the squares. Those are the towns of the Viceroy. So Port Royale is the one from your faction.
Ah.
In this setup, and you can just go to Port Royale and click on the docks or on the.
Got it. Got it. Let's have a little look. So this is the shipyard over here. Anything? Oh ho ho! Yes. We can buy a sloop. And you know what? We've actually made enough profit now to kind of cover the cost of this. So we could totally buy it. And this would expand our capacity by 200 if we so chose. Or we could just have it like doing something else. Like set up a little trade route somewhere. So I think we're going to purchase this ship.
Before purchasing it,
Yeah.
There's that little button with the 3 dots that I would click on first.
The button with... oh, this one. Delivery of new vessels. Port Royal. Create convoy. No.
Yeah, you should also be able to deliver it at least to your hometown if you would like to.
Ah. So you get the choice of where you would like it delivered to. Okay, that's
Exactly.
cool. In actual fact, for us, Port Royal's good, I think. So I'm going to go with that. Purchase that. Now, when will that be delivered? And the answer is right now, right?
Yes. So in your
'Cause-
case,
'cause
you
that's
bought
not-
it, you
Yeah.
didn't order it.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a ship. We've bought a second-hand ship. This is like a second-hand car dealer. So he's like, all right, John. Yeah. You want a ship? What colour do you want, mate? So it's all like that. So we have bought a used ship that's just at anchor in the harbour, basically. So if we go over here, we don't have our convoy here at the moment, right? So we can't join it to this convoy, can we, Moritz?
You cannot. You can
No,
create a
you've
separate
gotta be
convoy
in
and
harbour.
just let
Yeah.
it sail over. And by the way, another tip. I'm not sure if you know that. With space, you can pause and unpause.
Oh, it's
Might be
space.
easier.
Oh, okay, good.
Should be space.
I haven't
yeah.
learned. I haven't gone through the hotkeys yet, so I'm glad that you told me that one. Okay, so we're going to create a separate convoy, and this convoy is called the Eliza convoy. I'm a good girl, I am. You love that. That tickles you, doesn't it, Figure? All right, so we've got the Eliza convoy. Now, what we can do is we could either like fill up with stuff here, or we could see about setting up a bit of a trade route. You know what? I think we should maybe set up a little bit of a trade route. What do you think?
I think that's a very good idea.
All right, let's set up a little trade route then. So, because this is a great place for a trade route because you've got lots of places very close together. It's not like the best place because the winds are not going to be with us like all the way, right? But it's still good. So we are going to go to trade routes. We'll edit a route, and I'm going to add. We'll start off with Port Royal, and then we'll go to Port-au-Prince. We'll go to Tortuga, Baracoa, and Santiago, and then back to Port Royal. Okay, so that's going to be the route. Now, if you wanted to avoid like a storm area, or you wanted to avoid some of the coast, see, like here, going through this area, and it does say depending on the draft. If we'd got a ship that was riding low in the water, we wouldn't want to go through here. So what we do is just click on this and just drag it out like a little bit, and maybe create like a couple of waypoints to make sure that it's avoiding going too close to the coast. But with the ships that we've got, it's not going to be an issue. So that's all good. And as you move this, it'll show you the total duration of the route. So if I actually get rid of these, so it was 7 to 9 days. See now, if we've got a low draft, or is it a low draft or a high draft? But basically, if we're riding high in the water, then it'll only take us 6.9 days because we can just take the shortcut. But it could take up to 9 days if we've got a ship that's low in the water. All right, cool.
Oh no!
What?
I just realized that I never fully understood this mechanic.
Really?
I was always just considering the days on the right, and I was never considering my draft.
Aha!
Yeah, well. I'm also still learning.
There is so much to this game, seriously. Right, once you've set up the route, are we done? No. We've only just begun. We need to go into each of these towns and configure our automated buying and selling. So we might say, now I'm right in thinking that where we've got these cogs is where we're producing at least 2 bars, right?
Give me a second for the stream to catch up. so I see what you're actually talking about. That's basically the wares you're producing in that town. It's not connected to the actual bars. The bars just showing what's actually in the town. Whenever you could have grain produced in Port Royale, which we have in our case, and still got 4 red bars because somebody just came in and bought up everything.
Yeah.
So it's not directly related.
But these are the things that we're producing. So we like all things being even, we've got a good chance of there being not a scarcity.
Yes.
Fine.
Also, for the default playing mode, it's actually rather easy with trade routes. You can just hit the standard key on top, and it will autofill all of this, basically.
Now,
this makes up for...
You've just stolen my thunder, because what I was going to do, I was going to say, so what you do is you go in here, and then you've got either buy or sell, right? And then if you want, you can just get the system to do it for you and just have automatic pricing, and it's pretty clever about how it does it. Or if you really want to, you can say, I don't care what the price is, I just want you to buy everything you can or sell everything you can. Or you can say, well, actually, I want you to buy up to a maximum of this much. Let's say you wanted to be shipping like 3 commodities to a place for whatever reason. Then you might say, well, I'm just going to have like, a third of the ship filled with this, and a third of the ship filled with this, and a third of the ship filled with this. So you can configure this like pretty much however you want, right? But obviously going through and setting this all up takes a little bit of time. But, and I was going to have my big reveal and go, you could just press this button, right? And it'll do it all automatically. Hooray! But you stole my thunder.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But I would really like to give some more insights about this. So you might ask yourself, so this is now for the viewers, but of course also for you guys, why would I customly configure this? It's, for example, in the late game, if you would like to crash the market for grain, you just produce a lot of grain and you just sell it in abundance everywhere so that all the other grain producer go out of business. So you're trying to get a monopoly on grain. That's when you would configure that manually.
Yeah, and this is a really nice mechanic in the game that you can manipulate the markets and literally drive people out of business. So, for example, let's go over to I don't know, where's Tortuga? Here's Tortuga. So it might be that we've got competition in Tortuga, right? Maybe we're I don't know. Maybe we're growing grain, right? But we've got maybe one or more other people growing grain there, and it's affecting our ability to maximize our prices. So what we might do is say, you know what the hell? We'll ship grain in here, absolutely flood the market with grain. These guys will these other businesses, and if we go into, I can't show you now because I'm in the middle of this. I'll show you the businesses. You'll see if there are other businesses, and they will actually literally tear down their buildings, right, Moritz?
Yes.
Right. So yeah, I mean, I cannot wait to do a series on this. Seriously, guys, this is going to be so much fun. I can't wait to drive my first competitor out of business. Evil laugh. Right, where was I? Go on. Yes.
Before you do that, one more thing about the trade routes. So, in the default game mode, it is rather easy to make money with those trade routes because it's automated. Well, and then there comes the hardcore mode, where you just won't get that. In the hardcore mode, you would have to configure your prices all by yourself and actually make sure it works when you set up there.
Oh my god!
More exciting in my opinion, because you can really screw up.
So you don't get. I mean, not just this one key does all, but you actually don't get the automatic pricing option. You have to set your own prices.
Exactly, and
Right.
that of course could lead to a lot of typing. But if you just try it for the grain, put on a custom price, for example,
Yeah.
then you go to the next town, you will have an extra button just saying, okay, copy from the previous town. So you just have to configure it for one town, your prices, and then you can just do the copy over and just adjust where you actually want to.
I tell you what, I mean,
configurations.
I'm sure it's going to be a massive pain in the backside trying to keep track of everything, but my God, hardcore is the place to go, isn't it?
Yeah, in my opinion, it definitely is.
Because you are going to have to really work to make your money, and I love that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go through these and just set up all of them with the standard, boom. And then we confirm that route, and then we have to assign the route to a convoy. And of course, I didn't have my actually. That's a good point. If I've got all I need to do is just select the convoy that I want, and it's going to be the Eliza because it's already in Port Royal. Assign that route to that convoy, and that's it. Boom. That is going to be completely automated now. So this is what I like in a tycoon game, right? If you want to micromanage the hell out of it, right, you can, right? But if you're trying to build up a big empire and set up multiple trading routes and whatever, right, you can just automate it, and the game will just allow you to do it, and allow you to do it really bloomin' easily. Now that is a good UI. Basically, and Moritz, you might appreciate this. The depth of a game, right, translates to its complexity, okay, and the complexity translates into micromanagement. The offset to that is a good UI. A good UI allows you to have the game complexity without having too much micromanagement, which strips the fun out of it, and you get all those boring, repetitive tasks. And I like this. I like this a lot. Now, Moritz, one question. Now that I've set that trade route up, now I can go into my trade routes and I can see what trade routes I've got. But can I see like a visual representation on the map?
I'm
assuming not, because it kind of. The thing is, you can't see like the whole. I mean, on the mini map, it might kind of make sense, but on this
I don't
map,
think
it
that's
wouldn't
in
make
there
sense.
here. I could be wrong.
I just wondered. I didn't think it would be there, but I just kind of wondered because it'd be kind of nice to see all your different.
What
routes.
does it show again when you click on edit route? Does it show you those routes in there, or does it show you the extra towns? I mean, of course, it does show them in there because that's where you're configuring your actual route, where it's going with the winds and so on.
It would
That's
just be nice to
place
see
where
all
you
the
can see
different routes, but
Yeah,
it's
that
not
is
something you need.
I mean, one thing I really want to point out here, one thing we started to do at Calypso a few years ago, and we're definitely going to do that a lot for Port Royale 4, is this games as a service approach. So we're going to release a game, and after that there's going to be a lot of updates, which we try to make as community driven as possible to make stuff better in the game. For example, if a lot of people are going to tell us, hey, we don't like the city building part for whatever reason, or the seabeds are the worst at the moment, please do this and that. And we'll listen to that, and we'll make those specific mechanics better. Of course, there will be paid DLCs at some point, but there will also be free features. So for the people who played Rare Empire, you might have noticed that from the release of the game until now, it changed a lot because we improved on so many things. And that is something we want to do for Port Royale as well, and even better if we can.
This is something Moritz and I were talking yesterday, and we were talking about the whole the trend in gaming towards community-driven development, and I think it's brilliant. I think it is the way of the future, isn't it, Moritz?
It is. The biggest challenge here is actually gathering that feedback and not listening to just the people who are shouting the loudest, because sometimes you just get 5 people who are just posting everywhere that they don't like this or that, and at the same time you got 100 people who actually like it as it is, and then you need to make sure that you're not actually changing it now just because of those 5 people who potentially didn't even play the game themselves are just complaining, and that's the tricky part. And we're still trying to figure out the best way.
Rather you than me, because I can tell you now, this lot in chat now, they delight in feeding me wrong information. They love it. I'm like, is it safe for me to do this? And they'll be like, oh yes, guy, you go in that cave, it'll be fine. They do it to me all the time. Right, so the one other thing I wanted to tell you about trade routes just before I kick the game off again, is if we go into, where do I see the balances? I've forgotten. Moritz.
It is one of the buttons on the top. I would assume it's either the second from the left.
Oh, yeah, convoy and town
or
list.
the second on the right.
So on tour, I don't know why it's called on tour. I suppose they are on tour. I don't know. I don't know whether they're actually playing gigs in each of these towns. I don't know. Maybe they put on a little arena show and.
I guess so. The English translations are also done by us, by our Germans. We do have some people who are actually. I think one of the guys is one of his parents is from Wales, so we kind of ask him sometimes about some insights. But in other parts, it's just us Germans trying our best at English, and then we got chips on tour. Yeah.
Well, this is the information about this particular trade route. Now, at the moment, and this is why I wanted to show you this before I kick it off. At the moment, everything's like nulled out, right? Because no trading has occurred yet. But once we kick this off, I'm going to go back to my original convoy, and we'll sail around and do this, and we'll come back and we'll see how this has been doing, and it will show you whether we're making a profit, what the daily profit is, what they're doing at the moment. Like this convoy, the last tour around, all kinds of stuff. It's I gotta say, I like this level of information. It actually allows you to let the route run for a while, come back, have a look at this and go, hang on a second, I need to tweak a few things. I like this a lot. So, we are going to...
Actually, for the automatic trade routes, it's definitely... I would say more of a fun information, because usually they would perform quite well. This gets very interesting later on if you're the only person producing grain and you're trying to serve all of those towns, and you actually need to figure out if you're overproducing or underproducing, if you cannot sell all of your grain and it's just in abundance in your warehouses now. This is when this gets super important.
I've just read USMC Mike's comment. Mike, you're evil. You're a very evil man. Press Alt F4 and you win the game.
Yeah, I'm sure it's one of our hotkeys.
By the way, if you're out there and maybe you're relatively new, maybe you're one of our younger members, like, don't press Alt F4. Don't really. Like, if you're sitting there thinking, well, I wonder what it does then. No, don't press Alt F4.
I actually remember that one time that happened to me, and I even knew that shortcut back then. It was like 15 years ago or so, when I was playing Warcraft 3 online, and I was just in the map downloading it. We're getting all ready. I was super excited, and somebody had a colored nickname. And I was like, "Hey, how did you get that?" And he was like, "Yeah, just press Alt F4." Without thinking any further, I just hit Alt F4, and I was like, "Oh man." I really remember that to this day.
I will reveal, I've also done it. So, like, I asked a question. I forget what game it was, but I asked a question, and somebody was like, "Oh yeah, you just press L," and I did it, and I felt like such a lemon.
Exactly.
Because I also had heard of it before, but in that moment, it's just like you're searching for a solution to something. It's like, okay, no. Yeah. Right, let's get on with this. I want to make some more blooming cash. So, now, I've just negotiated all the way down there, when, of course, all I actually needed to do, and I wanted to mention. You can see, so we've gone now from 2 free convoys to 1. Now, we still have 2 convoys. It's just that this one is now on this automated route. So we've only got 1 that's free. So if I just go to that one, and then we can carry on doing our stuff. Now, yeah, we're fully loaded. So we're going off on our travels again. So, see, now, press spacebar. And nothing. Oh, Moritz, spacebar doesn't do anything.
Really?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. If you
And it's not the tab key. It's not the tab key to go through the speeds.
click on the upper left on the question mark.
On
And
the, yes, you told me.
there should be the hotkeys.
Hotkeys.
There really should be space. I'm confused.
So it's numpad plus and minus to adjust the game speed. See, space, pause game. No, it doesn't. Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh, take that one back.
It did work before. That would be a serious bug. So you're stressing me out here. I'll investigate tomorrow.
Listen. It definitely doesn't do anything.
It doesn't work if you're in the menu, of course, because in the menu it's auto pause. But if you're just on the map without having anything selected or just having convoy selected, it should work.
So if I pause it, then I can't unpause it with the spacebar, and you should be able to. Come on, but I'll let you off. So if we set the game speed, let's set it to 3 times. So yes, it does work in normal unless you actually pause it. All right, let's get on. So smile and wave. We want to go. We want to sell stuff. Actually, we want to investigate up the coast. I tell you what, Moritz, the time has flown by, hasn't it?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
And one of the things I wanted to show people was, there's another town down here. Come to Veracruz. I wanted to show people a naval battle. I think what we're going to have to do is show them the tutorial quickly. Would be a good thing, I think. Yeah. So let's just trade in this town. I want to make a bit of cash. Seriously, I get addicted by games like this. We might be able to move a bit of grain. Nah, not really. Oh, we can move the cotton though. All of it? Yes, all of it. We can't move the cloth, which is a damn shame. But we can move the coffee. Oh, not all of it. Well, I mean, I could ship all of it, but I think I'm going to make the most of this stuff. Clothing's a no. Oh, luxury items. How much can we... Oh, not all of it, but a lot of it. That'll do, pig. 25,000. That was a good investment. All right, what can I buy? What have they got lots of? I could probably top up the clothing, maybe, a little bit. Ooh, a lot, apparently. Yeah, we'll top up the clothing a bit. Let's have a little bit of metalware, I think. Oh, we can have as much as we want. Yeah, what the hell? That'll do. Yeah, that'll do, pig. Alright. Let's continue on up the coast. Actually, I want to sail relatively close to the coast, because I'm looking for any X's along the coast. There are stranded sailors and castaways and all kinds of missions and stuff. Go to Tampico. Alright, seriously, I'm starting my series like as soon as I get off the stream, I think. Mind you, picture.
Yes.
See, now how am I going to balance my time between this and the other game that we are playing all the time?
I have no idea.
I've no idea either. So, oh, now we can unload this corn. Goodbye. And maybe a bit of cloth? Yeah, no. The rest of the coffee can go, I think. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, the metalware, no. The clothing. How much? How much? Oh, quite a lot of it. Let's take it down to 20,000. Boom. And luxury goods, any? Yes, yes. Oh, not all. But that'll do. Another 3,000, 125,000. And that's after I bought that ship. Oh, my lord. We're making money hand over fist. Right, I want to buy some stuff, don't I? What do I want to buy? Let's start from the bottom. I could buy some more metalware, but I've already got 183. How about a little bit of tobacco? So pick up a little bit of tobacco. I'm not going to buy too much tobacco. Probably like... I suppose I could go up as far as 50. I find tobacco like quite kind of hard to unload. You know what? I'm going to pick up 40. What else? Oh, a bit of coal.
Some more insights from me,
Ooh,
from my side.
Go for it. Yeah.
There are 4 wares. I think it's 3rd category. So yeah, so it's tobacco, it's coffee, it's cotton, and one more. What is it? Did I have tobacco, cacao, coffee? Yeah, cacao. Those 4 wares you can deliver to your Viceroy to get extra fame.
Oh.
And that's why I produce in such quantities. Because usually the AI production of wares is based on the demand in the gaming world. So in the whole Caribbean.
Okay.
That's why you usually just get less from the other goods, and it more or less pays out that you can sell it in other towns rather quickly. But for those 4 wares, it's a little different because you got that additional demand from your viceroys because they want to ship that back to Europe, and that's how you get extra fame. And that's another
Now,
way.
this is the. Let me pause the game because this is the treasury ships, isn't it?
Yes, the treasure fleets.
The fleets come in now. Where on earth do we see the treasure fleets?
We don't. You can just they start always from your viceroy's town, so from all 4 of them, in I think every month or so.
But there is somewhere where you can see, like when they're going to arrive and
I think the only thing
how
you
much
have
stuff to ship out and stuff.
That's in the fame window here.
Ah, here we go. Ah, yes. There's another button we have to press or something. Oh, here we go. Your delivery of colonial commodities to Port Royale. And this is what you've delivered. Got you. I thought there was another button or something that you pressed. No.
It doesn't give you a specific date on this treasure fleets, but later on, if you got a very strong military convoy and you might be at war with the Spanish, for example, and a treasure fleet like that comes by, it will be a hard fight, but it could pay out quite well.
Because you can in the naval battles, you can board the enemy ships and take their goods and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Man, I cannot wait to get in and play this. Now, we're playing a free game. As well as this, there is a campaign mode. And I was expecting there to be a campaign mode. What I wasn't expecting was there to be 4 different campaigns. Correct, Moritz?
Yes. So you start out with... I'm never really playing campaign. Free mode is for most of the fans of this game, the main game mode. But in the campaign, I think you start with the Spanish campaign, which is basically the recommended follow-up to the tutorial, unless you want to go to free mode directly. And that unlocks the other 3 campaigns, 1 for each of the other factions as well. Then you got the British campaign, the English campaign, which is all about warfare. Then you got the Dutch campaign, which is all about trading. And then you got the French campaign, which is about city building, mostly.
Cool. And I suppose that kind of acts like a follow-up tutorial because it's making you focus on specific areas of the game.
Exactly. It gives you some guidance. And of course, there's some players who prefer it like that and other ones who just want the full experience, just go into free mode and try and fail very hard all on their own without any guidance.
Yeah. Now, this is what I mean about tobacco. right? So we get here. There's no supply of tobacco in the town at the moment, and we've only got 40. But if I try and unload it, look, as soon as I sell like one, I've got a green bar already, and I can only sell. Okay, the price starts dropping. I've only sold 13.
That actually scales with the demand, the consumption of that town. And you see that town doesn't have any consumption for tobacco. That's why it's that bad.
Exactly. If we go into, let's see. Now, oh no, it is here. It's here, the consumption column. So it tells you. So yeah, there's no smokers. There's no smokers in La Pesca, which is that's the fish, isn't it? In Spanish, pesca, fish, I think. The fishy town, we'll call it. Right, let's see. Can I get, no. I suppose I could sell maybe a few of those. And what else can we get rid of? Some clothes, can we get, oh no. Yeah, maybe a couple. Yeah, a couple. And luxuries, can we get rid of the last few? Yes, we can. 610 we're getting for those. Ho, 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 we're doing well. What have they got in abundance? They've got furniture, which we could pick up. Oh my god, we can pick up loads of it. The problem is going to be getting rid of it, though. So I tell you what, I'm going to pick up maybe...
Hey, Sky.
Yeah.
If I might interrupt. So I need to leave soon to be fresh for tomorrow, since of course there's still a lot of stuff to prepare for the release. So if you want to show a naval battle, maybe you should do it now, or otherwise you can of course do it without me later on as well. I mean, it is in the tutorial. In theory, it should be.
You know what? I want to do this because you might be able to like throw some tips, which I'm sure people would love to hear. So you know what? I'm going to save this. We're going to go and do a bit of a naval battle, and then I might come back and play a little bit more. So yeah, that'll do. Right, back. Now, just before we get out of this, I will just show you very, very quickly the trade route, and it's what is it? No, it's not. It's up here. I always get confused. And on tour, have we done anything yet? No, we haven't, because I haven't let it run. I'll show you that when we come back. Right, let's jump out then to the main menu, and we'll go into the tutorials, and we want the naval battle training. Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay.
Welcome to Naval Battle Training. This is only an exercise. Whoever is sinking here does not end up as fish food and can try again anytime.
Okay, so now this is the second battle tutorial. There is another one before this, but this one lets you fight your own battle. So we are 3 ships against 3 ships, but we are slightly underpowered. Now up here, this tells you the power of the enemy compared with your naval power, and we're at 264 against 342. These are better ships than we've got, right? So this is turn-based. So we can move, we can choose which one, but we move one ship, then they move one ship. Now, there are some serious tactics involved in here, because you can fire 2 broadsides. And what you want to be able to do is fire 2 broadsides like every turn, if you possibly can, right? What you don't want to do is allow the enemy to fire 2 broadsides. So, for example, in this scenario, we have got 2 ships with a gap in between. So this ship could sail up here and fire a broadside into this ship, and then fire a broadside into that ship. Okay? They are sailing with a nice tight formation, so we can't get in between them. Now, that's not to say that we can't do a double broadside. We could, for example, if we had the move, this is your movement points, and then this is how many turns you can make. And it's each side of the hex is like, so turning from pointing in that direction to pointing in this direction, that's 1 turn. We can do up to 8.
I think it's also the corners, actually.
It is. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try and stop him from sailing in between us and getting a couple of broadsides off, either against these 2 ships or against these 2 ships. So I'm going to bring this ship. Am I going to do that one? No, I'm going to take this one. Am I? Yeah. I'm going to take this ship. You know what? I'm going to hit this guy with a broadside, I think. Now, you've got 3 options. You can either hit them with solid shot, which will damage the hull of the ship and eventually sink it, or you can use canister shot, which will kill the crew, and that's this fist number. That's the crew. This is the hull value. No, sorry. That's the shot power. This is the crew power, the number of a crew on board, and then the red bar is the hull strength. So I'm going to do, a broadside against this guy. Boom, boom, boom. And I use canister shot, so you can see his crew number was 325, and that's dropped to 266. So we've killed a lot of his crew. And then, now the reason I'm doing that rather than sinking the ships is because I want to board these ships, so that if I board them, they become mine, and then I can increase the size of my fleet. So what I'm going to do now, because I can't really get another broadside in, I'm just going to sail over here to block his opportunity to get in between our ships. And once I've finished moving, I just hit end turn, and then it's his turn to move one of his ships. Okay, so he's going to come in, fire a broadside, and then move over here. So that was actually a pretty smart move, wasn't it, Moritz? Stopping him.
Give me a second for the tune to catch up. It probably was. Their eye is usually not bad. And you're already better at those battles than I am. So it took me, I think, 3 streams to actually win the first time.
No!
Yeah, but it was very satisfying. I was so happy.
I bet you were. Right, so now what I'm going to do here, now I've got 3 movement points on this. What I would like to do would be unload a broadside into him, and then sail up there. The problem is I'm facing in this direction, which makes it a little bit difficult. So I think what I'm going to do is take this ship. Now this ship is pointing in that direction. So what I could do is I could potentially... Now this has got a range. This has to be like in the hex next to the ship to fire. This has a range of 2. So I could fire from here with a broadside on this side, then carry on sailing and put a broadside from the other side of the ship into this one. So let's try that and see if this works. So I should have switched to canister shot. Oh, we killed 65 of his crew. Awesome. And then we're going to sail on and hit him with the other broadside. And again, canister shot. Boom. Down to 204. Nice. Now, if you start to look at the numbers, suddenly our crew numbers are starting to look better than his crew numbers. And even though the balance of power doesn't shift too much, it's going to create boarding opportunities. Right, so end of my turn. Let's see what he does. He's going to come in here. He's going to hit broadside, broadside.
I might spoil something here, but tactics?
Yeah, go for it.
Remember those? On the upper left,
yes,
you got your
up here.
tactics that you might want to consider.
Yes. Now, for example, this ship has taken a fair amount of damage. Now, you get tactics. You get tactics both for, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Moritz, if I say anything wrong, for both the type of ship that you have, and there are also captain's tactics. So if you've got a particular captain, who has particular tactics, you'll be able to employ those as well. So, for example, this ship, which is the frigate, has this, which is repair. Any one of your own vessels gets 25% of their hit points back, and we could totally do that. But let me see. We're 142.
Actually, our enemy has been using 2 tactics in his round. First, he moved our ship with a tactic called outmaneuver, and then he set that 1 tile there on fire.
Yeah.
Those were 2 of his tactics. You can see on the right where it says enemy tactics, 2 of those are on cooldown now, so he used those 2.
Calico Jack we're fighting, by the way. So he used outmaneuver. This tactic allows you to move any enemy vessel on a neighbouring field by 1 field. And then this one, Inferno. The current vessel will be set. The current vessel will set an empty neighbouring field ablaze for 3 rounds, and it will cause damage by fire. But it only causes damage by fire if you sail through it, right?
Right, or actually, I think, I'm not sure why I did it. I think he could have set a field on fire and then, without maneuver, push your ship into it. But maybe the AI is already thinking about 3 corners and is doing something super strong with his
it's
tactics,
possible.
so I don't know.
Now, okay, this is where things get a bit sneaky. Boarding, if you board another vessel, that vessel... now, there are 2 outcomes. Either your boarding is successful, in which case you take that vessel, or the boarding is not successful, in which case that ship that attempted a boarding will lose its next turn. If you are successful, though, both ships are out of the battle for the rest of the game.
That actually changed.
Oh!
I really hope it did. Because initially that was the case. So they were out of the battle for the rest of the battle.
Because
but
that's
now...
what the tutorial says.
Oh. Well, we need to change that. Okay.
So let me show you this. So I've got that ship over there. I've got this ship over here. Now this ship, the crew number isn't strong enough to take down one of these other ships currently. Let me see. You know what? If I pop a broadside into him, I am probably nimble enough to maybe come around on him. Go on.
No, I'm just saying, so you do have a tactic, I think the one on the bottom left, that's reload. So the thing is, to board a ship, you cannot, what am I trying to say? You're not allowed to shoot in that round.
Oh, no.
You fire off your first broadside, you cannot board anymore, but you could do the reload.
No,
tactic.
I mean get 2 broadsides off. So what I want to do is hit this guy, make sure I'm on canister shot. Now, if I want extra movement points, I do have a tactic that I can deploy, which will give me extra movement points. And in this situation, no, I don't think I'm going to need it. So we'll fire a broadside into this guy. Boom. So we fired from that side, so we want to fire from this side now. So if I come around, yeah, I can come around because this ship's very small and nimble. We can get a broadside into him as well and reduce his crew numbers even further. Oh ho ho! Nicely done. End turn. Now the question is, can I get away with not losing this ship? And the answer is yes, I can. So now this has got a crew power of 185, but the hull is way down. So what my plan is, now this is where Moritz may have thrown a monkey wrench into it, but we'll see. So I'm going to say board this ship, right? We should be able to take it down, and then that takes us both out of the battle completely. Let's see if it works. So board.
Well, but it doesn't.
Oh,
it doesn't
okay.
Anymore. So the way it should be now, that if you're successful at boarding the enemy ship, was boarded will get a basic crew, and it will be out of the battle for the rest of the battle. But your own ship needs to pause for, I think, up to 3 turns.
Yeah.
So it is a severe punishment, but...
So it is locked.
Yes.
Okay.
But for 3 turns. And so, of course, if you don't have any other vessels, enemies can come in and just shoot at you for 3 turns for free. And that's basically over. But if it's a lot... So, see, it says 3 next to the locks on your own ship.
Yep.
So it's now locked for 3 turns.
Locked
So if it's a long battle, it will get unlocked again after 3 turns. You can use it again.
Okay. Right, let's see what they do. They're focusing on this ship, trying to sink it. But we've already taken this ship. Oh, he got both broadsides in. That was a bit mean. Now, what I would like to do is protect this ship. This ship has just moved. That's going to be the next to move. This is out of the game. That's going to be the next to move. I might lose that ship, but I want to take the other 2. So what I'm going to do, because I've got the power on this guy, I am going to board this guy.
You also can use your repair tactics, right? You got different tactics you can still use.
Yeah, I could actually. You know what? Go on. So let's repair this one before I board, and then we'll board this guy, take him out. Cool. End turn. Oh, and it's my go, and all I need to do is just board this ship. Boom, done. Naval battle 1, trout stim.
Nice. Well, very nice. I'm impressed, actually.
So there you go. And because I boarded their ships rather than sinking them, I gain 3 ships to my little armada. He loses 3 ships. In fact, he's completely out of it. I also gain some crew from the fight. So now it's the fist is the my fighting power. So my fighting power of my fleet has gone up by 161. I've gained 89 crew. I've gained 112 cannons and 3 ships. So yeah, pretty good result, right?
Well, it's probably because it's a tutorial. But
oh, don't rain on my parade.
You did better than I did the times I showed the sea battles, for sure.
I've fought, I think, like two battles before this one, and the first thing you pick up on is don't leave gaps between your ships if you can possibly avoid it, because it gives them the opportunity to sail straight in between you and just hit you with a double broadside. And once you start figuring out those kind of tactics, what I love is that it mirrors the actual naval tactics of, for example, sailing in line, right? Because that stops them getting around you very easily to get a broadside on one side and then sailing around you and getting a broadside on the other side. So I really like how it works. And plus, I kicked its ass, so I love that.
I feel really ashamed now because it makes perfect sense to not leave any gaps. I did not pick up that thought yet. Now I do, of course. It's super obvious, but somehow that never occurred to me up until now. I guess I didn't play enough battles yet, and I'm also more of a land tactician than a sea tactician. But yeah, interesting. I'm also still learning.
I'm so freaking happy right now. All right, so Moritz, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time out to be with us on this stream. It was really good of you to do this.
Yeah, and actually, to be honest, it also helps me a lot because I'm learning about potential problems, and I also get feedback from the community based on their questions from you when playing. So that also helps us to drive the development. And usually on the next day, I always run to my studio and be like, hey, this is what I learned yesterday. How maybe we should do this or that. And so very helpful also. So thank you very much.
Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a little fun as well.
Yeah, it was great.
Awesome.
I really liked it. All right, guys, then I'm off now, getting some rest finally until the new day starts. And it's getting stressful again. Yeah, but it was very nice. Thank you very
Awesome.
much, guys.
I'll send you a message tomorrow and let you know how the rest of the stream went and if we got any extra feedback or any good points.
Yeah, great. That's very helpful.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for
Have a
being
good
here,
night,
Moritz.
guys.
Good
Yeah.
night.
Bye.
Take care.
Okay, so let's see. Picture.
Yeah.
We okay to continue for a little while?
Yeah, just like a little bit though, because I've got to finish off some work tonight.
Because, sorry guys, Picture is actually doing her thesis at the moment for her master's degree. So
yes.
she doesn't have all the time in the world. So I tell you what, why don't we do at least another 20 minutes? We'll go up to 1:30, and then we'll call it there.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Let's jump out of here. I've got to say, these tutorials, they are actually very good. And it actually tells you, it gives you an approximation of how long they take to do. This first one, it's funny, Tobias, who works for Calypso, who are the publisher, I asked him about how long it takes to do the to go through the tutorials, and he was like, yeah, that's a bit of a white lie. it takes longer than that. This first one takes, I think it took me about 15 minutes to do, but that's the long one. The rest of them are much shorter. They're like, you know, roughly kind of 5 minutes a piece, each of the rest. And it kind of depends. If you want to kind of look into stuff as you're going through the tutorials, you can take longer. I spent probably about an hour and a half, I think, going through the tutorials, but I was kind of looking into every nook and cranny trying to find out as much as I could about the game. Right, let's see if the load works. Keep your fingers crossed. Hooray! At least it started to load. And the game is back. Alrighty. Let's do some profit mongering, shall we? Now, did I finish all my trading? No, I didn't. I want to buy some stuff, don't I? What do I want to buy? Maybe some rum. Oh, I already picked up some rum. What else can I pick up? I could pick up some ceramics. Oh, I can top up with ceramics. That'll do, pig. Right, off we go. Oh, now I wonder if there's anything in here. I bet there isn't. I bet it's really disappointing. Oh, in fact, you can't go into there. So, anything at the mouth? No, there isn't. I was hoping there was going to be some little X. Some castaway with a treasure map or, I don't know, Martian invaders or, I don't know, Amazon warriors desperate for male company. I don't know, something.
Oh, really?
I could dream. Right, let's pop into here. What have we got? What can we sell? Where can we make a profit? Oh, a bit of rum, probably. Oh, not much. A little bit. A little bit of rum. We can do... Oh, God. No tobacco. I can never sell any tobacco. Oh, now we might... no. Not worth it. Not worth it. Clothes, maybe? No, no clothes. Ah, now we can sell some blooming ceramics. Oh, you know what? I'm going to ditch... Am I going to ditch the lot? I'm going to ditch the lot. Boom. Goodbye. Create a bit of room. And can we get rid of some furniture? Oh, we could ditch all the furniture. 14 grand. Boom. This is why I think it's a good idea when you're starting out to micromanage and pick up like a collection of goods, because some of them you can make an absolute killing on, and you can get like a really good amount of starting cash. So what have they got? They've got furniture, but we just sold them that, didn't we? Tobacco, no. Metal, maybe a bit of metal, maybe 64. No, we can top up with some metal. What else? Maybe some logs. Yeah, let's... Oh, no, that's it. We're full. We're full. Off we go. Continue sailing up the coast. Now, it's the 22nd of February. Now, I do have this task that the Viceroy has come up with. I'd have to sell 369 corn. Now, that's going to be at least 2 journeys back and forth to try and achieve that. At the beginning of the game, completing these is very, very advantageous because the fame is really important to unlock concessions. So if you can do them, you really want to do them. But you are free and independent. You are a free and independent captain. You can just look at these as kind of recommendations. You don't have to do them. There's no penalty if you don't do them. It's just you don't get the benefits if you don't do them. So, oh, Corpus Christi. Cool. Now, by the way, all of these places we've been to so far seem to have plenty of corn. So I think I don't think we'd make a lot of profit if we did it, but I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. What can we do here? Oh, okay. Rum out the wazoo. So if you've got dysentery, what you want is cotton up the wazoo, because otherwise you're going to have rum out the wazoo. Certainly if you get drunk, and certainly if you're drinking bad rum, and you don't want rum coming out your wazoo, frankly. I know I wouldn't.
Oh my god.
I mean, hey, I don't know. You might be into that kind of thing. I don't know.
Oh, stop.
Well, you know, there's some funny people watch these streams. Right, we can get... Oh, no, we can't get rid of all of... Good Lord, I thought we'd get rid of all of that. Another 10 grand, nice. Oh, clothes. Can we get rid of all the clothes, maybe? Yes, we can. Another 10 grand. Boom. We are making money, people. We are making money. Now, unfortunately, they don't have a hell of a lot that we can buy. But meat, one of my favourites. Let's get... Oh, now, 181. We'll go up to there. We'll bring some meat in. Really? Only 7? Man. We can top up the rum for... Oh, no, we can't. Well, we can top the rum up a little bit. Not much, though. Little bit of a top up on the rum. God, this is mean. Some sugar, maybe. Oh, alright, we'll take a little bit of sugar. God. There's not a whole lot of anything at this place. And we'll take a bit of the fruit. And that is, I think, all we can really do. Well, seriously, I mean, I could take a little bit more, but the price... Go on, I'll fill up with some slightly expensive rum. We'll still make a profit out of it, but not... USMC says, of course, meat would be one of Skystorm's favourites. Now, behave, Mike. Told you before. We'll have none of that. Pictures here. You don't want to make her blush. And we all remember the problems I was having with my meat last night. My meat was very out of control last night. Not as out of control as when I slapped that bunny by accident.
Oh, that was funny.
That was very, very amusing. Galveston. Galveston, oh Galveston. You've no idea what I'm talking about, have you, picture?
No, sorry.
Nah, yeah, well. Right, let's have a little look. Okay, we can maybe unload a bit of sugar. Not much. A little bit. It's little bits here and there. Oh, now we can get rid of a fair amount of the rum, which is nice. Meat. Like, not really. Like, nah, not worth it. What about metal? Again, hardly any. Can we unload some tobacco? God, tobacco. Seriously, tobacco is so hard to get rid of. Oh, but we make some nice money on the metal. Boom. And then finally, pastries. Oh no, I haven't got any. Oh, I thought I had some. I was misreading. Okay, well, we got rid of some stuff. Look at this, we're up to 150,000. I've made a 50% profit so far. Can you believe that picture?
You're doing amazing.
Oh, see, this is why I keep picture around. She flatters my ego when there's absolutely no justification for it whatsoever. Right, let's get a few pastries on board. Because we're fancy sailors. Oh, I can almost fill up on furniture. Go on. 45 furniture for sure. And you know what? That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Keep going. Now, what I was kind of hoping that in this we'd complete this cycle, and then I'd set up a trade route, just going round here. Because with the prevailing winds, it's kind of an absolutely awesome route. I think on this occasion, I'd probably just ignore the Viceroy, because I don't think we're going to make any money on doing it. In fact, we could even lose money trying to do this. And plus, there's not enough time to do it now anyway. And I think it's much more important to go and explore and get your trading, like your really good trading routes set up. So, let's have a troll up here. Can I at least get my Spanish trade route set up? Because this is what I wanted to do. Oh, look, we're up to the French. New Orleans. I really hope there's no French people watching this. Because, boy, I'm going to get letters. They'll be writing to me and going, excuse me, you were taking the piss out of my accent. What is all that about, Sky, eh? We don't go, ha-hee-haw, thank you very much. And yes, we do eat a lot of croissant, but croissants are very nice. So, let's, oh, seriously, I'm going to get letters. I'm sorry, I'm only having a laugh. Right, let's get rid of the fruit. Yes, hooray. Let's get, maybe rid of some veggies. Oh, all of them. Boom. Sugar. Oh, all of it. Boom. Oh, we're emptying the holds. I'm not going to get rid of the rum, though. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Yes, I am. The meat can go. Boom. And the metal. Boom. Ho, ho, ho. That is. And the tobacco. No way. All the tobacco in one go. And that. And can I get rid of all of this? Oh, not quite. But I can get rid of a fair amount of it. Let's go down to 572. Boom. 15 grand. 200,000. Woohoo! That. Very nice. Thank you very much. Now, at that point, let's see. I want to come around. I want to come around a little bit further. I want to come around a little tiny bit further, I think. Now, this is... Oh, Biloxi. Quick, pop into Biloxi. What I'm trying to do is empty the ship, really, at this point. Let's see. What have we got? What have we got left to sell? Oh, can we get rid of the last of the furniture, maybe? Oh, close. Close. Another 16, another 10 grand. 230,000. You're kidding me. Oh, they've got luxuries as well. Let's see. 360. Oh my God. They got blooming loads as well that we can take. 369. Yeah, go on. We'll take 48 luxuries. Yeah, maybe grab some of this as well. 183. Oh. 183. 94 of those. And see, addictive. A little bit of tobacco is a good thing, but seriously, I'd like 20, plenty. 20 is plenty. I'm desperately trying to think of something that rhymes with tobacco, and I can't think of anything. Can you picture?
I don't think there is anything, is there?
Yeah, it's wacko, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't get a giggle for that. Nothing rhymes with tobacco. Yeah, that's wacko.
I'm sorry.
God, I don't know why. Seriously, I don't know why I bother with you sometimes. Right,
Oh,
hemp.
really?
Yeah, I do. All right, I do.
That's better.
Oh, I can fill it with that. Right. Let's keep going. I want to keep trying to make a profit as I'm like trying to complete. Oh, Pensacola. My God, I tell you what, there's a lot of towns up here. Like the Spanish ones. There's some quite big gaps. So these are all jammed together. Pensacola, Florida. What are we, I'm trying to unload, aren't I? Maybe a bit of hemp. Oh, you know what? That I'm going to unload. Am I going to? Yeah, I'm going to unload all of it. I think. Boom. Bye bye. And can I get? See, tobacco. It's hard to get rid of the tobacco. Always tough. All right, 5 tobacco. Yeah, we can get rid of a bit of the metal. A little bit of the metal, apparently. That'll do. And now, you don't have to do any of this micromanagement that I'm doing, right? You, like, right from the beginning, you could say, no, I'm just going to set up a trade route. Let the trade route get on with it. And it will do a decent job of making you a profit. But if you micromanage it like this, right, then I think you can get a better jump on the whole thing. Let's see, have they got anything? Also some beer. Let's see if we can buy. Ooh, now we can buy a lot of beer. Go on, we'll buy a lot of beer. You know what? I should have looked up here because really I should have taken like half beer and half sugar or something. And they've got furniture I could have bought, which would have made me more profit. So that was stupid. It's because I was yakking my mouth off. Let's hop into Port St. Joe. See, we are now getting all of these towns available for a trading route. It's going to be, frankly, epic. It's going to make us a bloomin' fortune. So, let's see. What am I going to do? Can I get rid of some... Oh, God. Can I... Like, seriously? Okay. Get rid of a couple of beer, apparently. What else can we get rid of? Can I get rid of all the tobacco? Oh, I got rid of all the tobacco. Hooray. And there was much rejoicing. Now, I don't think I'm going to get rid of much of this. 306. Yeah, a little bit. Little bit. Luxuries? No, hardly any. 2 it is. What have I got room for? Not very much is the answer. And they've got no quality goods. They've got nothing in export. Oh, some meat. I will always buy some meat. Always interested in a bit of meat, mate. Right. Let's keep going. Stay close to the coast, though, because you never know when you're going to get an X pop up. Like when you're doing your first round of exploring. Tampa! And there's Tampa Bay. Right, what have we got that we can get rid of? Yeah, can I get rid of some beer? And the answer is no, none. Like, I should really be able to unload some beer. It's only at 1 blooming bar, and it seriously just won't. The price just plummets straight away. So I'll hang on to it. I'll find somewhere where I can unload it. Meat. Oh, all of it. Look at that. That was a very nice profit. Metal. Oh, okay. 306 is there. Boom. Oh, luxuries. They've got none. Oh, I was thinking we might be able to unload the whole lot. Another 20,000. Woo-hoo. Right, we could buy some clothes. Yeah, 324. I'm going to take everything I can, I think. There we go. Anything else good? No. We can pick up some bit of coal, maybe. That'll do, pig. That's the ship full. Onward, onward, my brave soldiers. We're not soldiers, we're sailors. Oh, all right then, you fussy lot. Well, what is our job title? Your job title is Seaman. It's Seaman! It's Seaman! It's Seaman, and you know it is. Right, Havana. Let's go to Havana. Don't call us Seaman. Right. What have I got? Oh, can I get rid of the beer, please? Oh, close. I can get rid of most of it. There we go, that'll do. And, oh, a bit of coal. Oh, you know what? I can ditch all of it. I still make a decent profit. I'll ditch all of it. There's only 8. Metal. Oh, no. Really? 306. I can get rid of 5. Come on. Oh, I was... Seriously? I can't sell you even one at a really decent price. Ah, but I can. Oh, look at this. 712. And I can sell all of them. Boom. Oh, man. We need to bring luxuries to Havana. That's where the money is. Luxuries, furniture, ceramics. What's the size of the town? It's only 1455, and yet they've got a real appetite for the luxuries. Very cool. We might be able to pick up some cloth. I could probably pick up some meat. Oh. Let's pick up some meat. We'll pick up some cloth, I guess. Boom. And that's us done. Now, and then we've got the complete... So I'm going to set up an auto route now. So what do I want? I want trade routes. And I want to edit the route. So it shows us the wind patterns. So we are going to go from Havana. Oh, I've edited the wrong route because I'm a bonehead. Let's try that again. I want a new route. Create new route. Here we go. Create new route. Edit the route. Hooray! Now I can set it up. So we're going to go from Havana to Seville to Sisal, Campeche, that place, Veracruz, Tampico, La Pesca, where they have Las Iguanas, Port of Isabella, Corpus Christi, Galveston, New Orleans, Biloxi, Pensacola, Port St. Joe, Tampa, and then back down to Havana to complete the loop. Now, what we want to do is we want to have a little bit of a look at the route. Now, our ships are going to be fine in the coastal waters because we're using ships that ride high in the water, so it's not going to be too much of a problem. So we've got good winds all the way around. Awesome. We're not going through any storm areas, so I don't need to deviate any of these routes. Like I could, if I wanted to, move the routes. Now, we're currently going. Now, the shortest period of time is 17.3 days, right? If I move it out, right? Now, you'll see that the two numbers are moving. So, what this is saying is, if I've got a ship that rides high in the water, which mine do, they'll complete this route in 17.3. If I've got ships that run deep in the water or low in the water, they would take 36 days. But if I move them out of the coastal water, you'll see that the ships that ride high in the water take longer because they can't take the shortcut. The ships that ride low in the water don't have to dodge the reefs and whatever, and it takes them less time. So depending on what ships you're using, you might want to adjust that route. But this is fine for us. So we're just going to run through this. I'm going to set up standard stuff. Seriously, I am really keen on playing this hardcore, but my God, it would be a nightmare setting all of this up. For a route like this, pff, seriously, nightmare. And then Galveston and New Orleans and Biloxi, Pensacola, Port St. Joe, Tampa, and that is the route all done. All right, cool. Confirm, and then we want to assign that route to, not to the Smile and Wave. Oh yeah, we do. No, we want to assign it to the Smile and Wave. Yes, we do. Assign it. Hooray. Off you go. Now, so that's going to sail around to these. Oh, I missed Nueva Filipina. Now, what I can do, if I pause it for a second, I can edit that trade route. Where are you? Edit. This is the Port Royale, Port-au-Prince. That's not the one I want. That's the Havana Seville route is the one I want. Edit that route. I can add in, right? So after Havana, I want to add in Nueva Filipina, right? Now it's added that right at the end. Okay. What you can do is you can just pick it up and drag it to where you want it. So, where are we? Nueva Filipina. Here we go. So we want that there after Havana. There you go. So you can adjust these routes. It's just really easy to play around with them and whatever. Confirm that and off you go. Hooray. And there was much rejoicing. Right, go. Go, go, go. So this is just going to whiz around, right? Like if I click on it, we can keep a track of like what it's doing. So it's going to buy a little bit, it's going to sell a little bit. And look, we're up to 310. Back down to 301. 314. And of course, we've got two routes going on now. So we've got this route going on down here, but we've also got the Eliza trade route, this one up here, and there it goes. There's the Eliza sailing around. Oh man! And once you've moved out of that kind of initial phase of building stuff up, oh, we've got a new task from the Viceroy. Then it's about setting up more and more automated trade routes and building up your fleets and having more ships in your convoys, and then you get onto kind of, I mean that's cool for me, right? Oh yes, USMC Mike is quite correct. I need to set up, because I didn't do it, the buying and selling rules in Nueva Filipina. So I need to go into here, in that one, edit the route, go into Nueva Filipina and hit that button. Boom. Hooray. Confirm. There you go. Hooray. And the thing is, now I can just leave this running. Now we've got a new task. So we didn't complete the old task, but we get a new task. In our towns, the commodity vegetables has been in short supply for a long time, while Spain has enough in stock. I therefore ask you to buy 318 of that commodity by June 14th. So we've got plenty of time, and deliver it to our town. So what I might do now, for example, is now I've got those two routes running, and I've got, look, the cash is coming in now. Cash is coming in very nice. I tell you what, let's just compare the profitability on those two routes. So let's see. I want to look at oh right. So the Eliza, that's doing this route up here in the islands. Let's have a look. We are making like 2,000 profit a day. It's made 170,000 profit now, but it's making like around 2,000 profit a day. Let's have a look at the other one. Whoa. This is already making 2,400 a day, and it's already making like really good profits. I think this is going to become potentially even more profitable because it's traveling so fast because of the favorable winds on that route. the winds are just pushing us around all the time. Whereas on this route over here, where is it? Here, we're fighting against the wind going up here. It's okay coming. Well, it's kind of, it's okay there. It's kind of sort of okay there. Then it's kind of near there. It's definitely near coming across here. And then going up here, it's really slow. So this one, yeah, kind of meh. But the other one is just awesome. Just awesome. Let's have a little look. Now, see, I can always go to that one. And it's not that one, it's this one. So on tour. And it's the Smile and Wave. What are we up to? Oh, now what's going on? The profit per day has dropped to 600. What on earth is going on? I guess it's picked up a bunch of stuff that it can't unload at the moment. And I'm guessing when it actually does unload that stuff, suddenly our profit per day is going to jump up dramatically. And we know, because we've done it, that there are some really good sale opportunities. But whether the game is as clever as you would be when you're selling stuff, I don't know. I do not know. So let's see, this one, oh, this one's up to 2,300 now. This one, oh, this is, we should look, I guess. Let's convoy this route. Last tour. So on the last tour, this made 17,000. I think this is the number we want to look at. I don't know. I mean, this is valid as well, I suppose.
USMC Mike is saying that Port Royale's got a triangle with an exclamation mark next to it. He wants to know what that is.
Oh! I think our ship just got caught in a battle. Oh, I think we just lost a ship. Oh no! Well, fortunately, the cash has been rolling in, so we just have to replace it. Where is, you know what? I wonder if we can buy a ship over here. You zoom in, go to the shipyard, and oh, access denied. We're at, oh, good lord, we're at a war. Now we can still trade. This is one of our traits, but we do take the risk of running into battles and stuff. So not ideal. Let's have a look. Where is the Spanish capital? It's a good question. And the answer is I don't bloomin' know where the Spanish capital is. Yeah, I don't think we've oh, hang on a second. Oh no, it's not one of these. No, we haven't discovered the Spanish capital yet. It's kind of weird. So I would have to buy a ship back over at Port Royale, I guess. Let's have a look. All right. So let's go to the shipyard. Where's the... Is that... Oh, that's the shipyard. It confused me because normally there's one set of stairs and this has got two sets of stairs. This is obviously a more improved building. Okay, so we have this one. That'll do. Purchase. There is another ship that we could buy, which is a bark, which is bigger, 250 capacity. You know what? I'm going to buy that as well. There's also, oh my god, there's a Carrack 550, but that's $250,000. Ooh, how tempted am I? You know what? I'm going to bloom and do it. Oh no, seriously. Oh, I need one fame point because this is a military ship. It's got 40 cannons. Oh, man. I would have loved to have bought that. This is why doing those tasks and picking up the fame points is important. Alright, so I've got 2 ships. If I go to the lighthouse, I can now either set up 2 different convoys, or I can just put them into the same convoy, which is what I'm going to do. The Esperanza. And then I'm going to go to the Esperanza. And I'm going to go to the trade routes. And that trade route that we had, the Havana, I am going to put those ships onto that trade route. So, off it goes. Now, how smart is it going to be? Is it just going to go to the nearest port and begin? Or is it going to sail to Havana and start there? I think it's going to sail to Havana. What do you think? What do you think, guys? How smart's it going to be? Yeah, it's going to start at Havana. Oh, no. No, Smile and Wave did survive. Oh, okay. See, what I should have done was just go up here and have a look. why I didn't do that. But it looks like it has taken some damage. If we look at the... oh, no. That only shows the vessel. What I would need to do is actually look and see. Now, here's a question. When you set up an automated route, do you need to worry about maintenance, or is maintenance taken care of automatically? I've got a sneaking suspicion that it kind of must be. And it must be because this is up to full health. So... and look, it's carrying a little bit of everything. But so what I could do, I could join these 2 together, and have them sail together. But I can also just let them carry on their own. So yeah, go on. Oh, now this fleet's in for repair, I guess. The Esperanza. Okay. Looks like they're done repairing. And off they set. So they have picked up bricks, cloth, grain, meat. And look at this. 450 compared with the paltry 200 that the Smile and Wave can carry. And what that should result in is the cash coming in significantly faster. So you can see how you can really ramp things up. But it's no good just making cash. You've got to make fame points. And so to make fame points, you've got to do these quests. Now, see here, they can offer us a letter of marque against France. What that means is that we would be able to commit essentially acts of piracy. We would be able to become privateers and prey on French ships. The problem with that is we would need military vessels in order to be able to do that. And the only way you can get military vessels is by having already some fame. So this not good for us at the moment. Oh, we've run into another battle. Now, if we have a look at this. Now, this which one were you? And why can't I click on you? Oh, because you're on the automated route. If we have a look. Oh, you didn't take any damage. So it's all good. That's the Esperanza. Oh, we can't see. But that's the... I'm guessing... Well, I shouldn't say for certain. I am assuming that this is the health bar of the fleet. So I'm guessing they're all good. Ah, now hang on. Oh, was it you that ran into it? Now, So maybe that doesn't show the health. Oh. They have run into some fighting down here. They've been repelled from the port. I tell you what, while we are at war with the French ports, might be an idea to take them off the route. Now, let's have a look at the ships. So, as long as they're not going to sink, it's all good. Oh, so we've got the... Now that is the Esperanza. Oh, and we're being chased by 2 French military. Now, I wonder if they're actually chasing us. Oh, you know what? They might have been. They might have been chasing us. Well, that's a bit mean. Yeah, we are auto-repairing. You can see it. So, yeah, no worries. Let's have another quick look at the cash situation. What do I want? I want on tour. So the Esperanza, profit per day 304, which is pretty low. But I'm guessing that's because of the situation up here with the French ports. This route has made us a total of 127 and a profit per day currently of 172. So this was at one point very profitable. This war has made it very unprofitable for us. Well, no, it's not unprofitable for us, it's just removed like the majority of the profit. I'm thinking though, once we start getting sailing down here, which is what we're doing now, I think those profit numbers are going to go up. Because now we're going to be able to trade well. I mean, you'd hope. You'd certainly hope. This convoy has made a loss. But the route as a whole has made a profit. Come on. We need to shift some of this stock that we've built up. I don't know whether the game does anywhere near as good a job as oh, now that's a good point. Nick Rogie says, Sky, do you need sailors? If you've got a crew, then your ships will move faster, right? And if you've got a captain, there are various bonuses, but we can't get a captain at the moment. The thing is that crews have to be paid, so it's either you can be fast and expensive or slow and cheap. Now, I haven't got enough time in the game to be able to say which is the best way to go. To be honest, crews, well, hang on a second. Tell you what, let's go and have a look. So, vessels, yeah. Types of vessels data, vessels tactics. Is there anything that tells us specifically about the crew? So this is captains. We get told about captains. But I don't see anything like specifically. Vessels and convoys. Okay, using the lighthouse, you can convert the vessel into a convoy or add the vessel to a convoy. It will then have the necessary standard crew and can be loaded and dispatched from now on. As I understand it, you only need the crews. You have to have the crews if you want them to be fighting ships. And I think having a crew speeds the ship up, but you're paying the crew. So I don't know. You're pushing the limit of my knowledge of the game past its breaking point, frankly. More fighting going on. My poor ships. Look, my poor ship sailing around, getting shot at. Look, it's been Being chased out of port by these two French ships. Oh, look, they had another go at us. Poor ship. Now, where's the other one? Which one are you? Oh, there's the other one. So, that's the Esperanza and this is a Smile and Wave. Alright, cool. So it's all good. The cash is still rolling in. So have a look at the profits again. Oh, here we go. The profits are picking up nicely now. So, this convoy's made 150, well, almost 150,000. This one, the Eliza, has made 500,000. Awesome sauce.
We are no longer at war with France.
Hooray! We're no longer at war with France. So now, I'm hoping trade should pick up and we should become even more profitable. But like I said, at this point, I would need to go... I can leave those automated trade routes running, but I would need to go manual and get and complete some of these tasks. Look at this. I have noticed that you have not faced our enemies as requested by me. Oh, it doesn't like us now. So yeah, it would be important to get on and do fame points, but I'm not going to do that because we haven't got the time. Picture, why didn't you tell me 25 minutes ago? Oi, Sky, you're going over time.
Because you were enjoying yourself.
I know, but you actually have to like do a lot of work tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. I've got to do some work this evening. So.
Have you? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, we gained a fame point. Woohoo! We gained a fame point. Now that means that. Let me pause the game for it. Yeah. I could now go and spend that fame point on something. So, for example, were you? It's very nice of you. So we have 1 fame point available. Woohoo! We could go to concessions, and for example, we could get a captain's license. Ooh. We could also brewery, weaving mill, distillery. Probably the smart thing to do, would be to get a captain's license. And you know what? We'll finish in 3 minutes. I'm gonna get a captain's license, right? And then we're gonna go to captains. Okay, no captains are available currently. Ah, it's annoying. No captains available. Come on, captains. Oh, if I take the game off pause, it might help. then maybe some captains would apply to us. Because what happens is, yeah, captains apply to you. But no captains at the moment. I think this will kind of light up or something when captains are available. I got to say, I've never actually paid attention. Whoa, we're up to 1 million. Oh my god. Picture, I think I found a game that I can actually play. I am sure this kind of... Oh, there you go. See, I told you. Yeah, it does light it. I knew it was. Right, now we've got a captain available. But don't just grab the first captain, because they have skills, and it's worth potentially taking your time. So as an embarker, a 1-star embarker, the capacity of the convoy is increased by 5%. That is not too bad. You've got navigator, no damage in storms, supervision, repairs are performed 20% faster, gunman increases the probability of critical hits from 5 to 10%. Now, if you hire a captain, they will develop these skills over time, right? But you can definitely pick up like better captains than this. So I'm going to say no. In fact, I'm going to reject him. I'm going to say, don't want you. Get your filthy stuff, throw it out in the street. I don't want you. And we'll let it run. We'll wait for one more captain, if you don't mind, picture, and then we'll definitely wrap it up.
Okay.
So while we're waiting for that captain, we'll wrap it up. So there you go, guys. A first look at what is essentially the finished product that is going to be going live in 2 days' time on the 25th. And if you're interested in seeing more, well, I am going to be doing a series on this. And I think it could be quite a series because this is bloomin' fun. I want to do all the tasks and I want to get loads of fleets running around. I want to win naval battles. I want to sink ships. Actually, I don't want to sink ships. I want to capture ships. I want to sink men. I want to sink their crews. If they won't join my crew, I'll make them walk the plank. Har. Shall I make you walk the plank, picture?
No, I haven't done anything.
Exactly.
That's not how it works.
Lazy. You haven't done anything.
Oh, really?
Well, you said it.
Oh my god.
You said you haven't done anything. You walked into that. Right,
Shut
so
up.
look at the captains. See, now look at this. This is a 3-star pirate scarer. Pirate Scare 3. Pirates avoid attacking your convoy with a probability of 30%. 40%. This guy is a 3-star. He's got a 50% chance of scaring off pirates so they'll never attack him. Now that guy could well be worth hiring if you were having a pirate problem. But we haven't heard hide nor hair of pirates so far. So right now, not really. What I would be looking for is somebody who's maybe got like a speed boost or something. I'm not sure what the name of that particular skill is, but there's one which will speed your ship up, and I think it's like 3% per star, so you can get like 6 or 9% faster ship. Now that at this stage of the game would be really blooming useful. Oh, Spain declares its third bankruptcy for the third time during his time in office. Philip II of Spain had to declare national bankruptcy. Despite the high revenues from his Spanish provinces and the colonies in the New World in particular, constant military pressure on Spain's enemies and poor economic policy ruined Spain's finances. Interest payments to various banks account for about 40% of the Spanish financial budget at this time. Good Lord. Educational, this game. I like it. And that's where we're going to leave it, guys. And I'm going to say I like this game. What I've seen from it so far makes me want to play it like a lot more. So I'm going to. So I'll be back with a series of this on what day is it today? Wednesday.
It's
so I'll
Wednesday,
be back.
yeah.
I'll be back with a series on Friday. So look out for that video. And
we had the super chat from USMC Mike for $5 US. He says, "Thanks for the entertaining first look of Port Royale 4."
You're very, very welcome, Mike. Seriously, it has been my pleasure to show the game to you. It's God, yeah. I just want to play it. I just want to play it. It's awesome. All right. So, picture. Say goodnight to everybody.
Good night, guys. Thank you all for being here. Take care.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Now, Tobias. Is Tobias out there? Yes, he is. He's out there somewhere. Hey, Tobias. This is
Hello.
everybody. This is Tobias from Calypso.
Hey guys.
And he's the guy who makes these streams magically work and happen.
Yeah.
Have you enjoyed it tonight, Tobias?
Yeah, it was awesome. Like I was sweating because we had so much interactions on all channels. Really awesome. Like I wanted to take part more in your chat a little bit, but wow, it was just amazing how much was going on everywhere on Facebook,
Awesome.
Twitch, and everywhere. Yeah. Oh, thanks a lot, guys, for being here, staying with us.
Tobias, you know it's our pleasure. We love coming and doing streams on your channels and whatever. So, always happy to do it. Always happy to be here. Always happy to have a chat with you.
Yeah. Look forward to doing more.
Yeah, definitely. And We will, because we've got some stuff coming up in the future, haven't we?
Right.
We have. We're not going to say anything at this stage, but there's more stuff coming up. Alrighty, so are you ready to hit the button and end the stream?
Yes, I would be ready. To do
All right, then I'm going to wrap up. Guys, thank you for being here. Thanks to everybody across all the different stream platforms that we're on. All you lovely Twitchers and the people on YouTube. A big thank you to, and Facebookers. I haven't forgotten you. Thanks so much to Calypso for inviting me along. Thank you so much to all the super chatters. We really appreciate your support. And we will see you very soon for another one. That's it. We're out of here. Peace out.